Sadi daddy. Uh-huh. Tat 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 tat. Tat that mic up. Tat 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 tat. Tat that mic up. Uh uh.
Without saying your age, name a TV show you grew up watching. Y'all ready? Let's go.
The CIAA is headquartered in Charlotte. Half of its schools are in North Carolina. So why is its basketball tournament here in Baltimore? Good question. I'm glad you've asked. The CIAA is an NCAA Division II conference made up of 12 HBCUs. The men's basketball tournament was first played in Washington, D.C. in 1946. The women's tournament came around 3 decades later, and it's about way more than just basketball. It's a week-long celebration with band competitions, career expos, parties, and much, much more. But Baltimore is a trek for the majority of CIAA schools.
I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Say rock. All night long. I said rock.
Fuck boy map. This is boy algebra. Let me tell y'all something. A shout out to all the niggas who stopped they niggas from talking to ugly bitches in the spot.
What is black math? Black math is, if I say I love that for you, that means I wouldn't be caught dead doing anything you just did.
Or alive. Black math is, if you went to jail for something and got out the same day or the next day, you must be snitching.
Oh no, for real. You can't convince me otherwise.
Never.
Black math is, my mama's best friend's kids is basically my cousins.
Most definitely is. They really brothers and sisters in some situations. Black math is, if I say I'm on my way, that means I just started getting ready.
Oh no, facts.
And if I say I'm pulling up, then I'm at least 15 to 20 minutes away.
I'm looking for my keys at that point. Because ain't no way. Black math is, if we share at least one parent, you my brother or my sister. Ain't no halves.
Always. We don't do that half stuff.
Because why in the world them folks need to know that information?
You my blood for real, forever and always.
Point blank, period.
Because at the end of the day,
go in.
Amen.
Amen.
Black math is, if I really want to do something and I know my mama going to say no, I'm just wait till she go to sleep and I'm going to ask her then. Because she going to always say yeah when she sleep.
That part. And don't let her wake up and find out you asked her in her sleep.
By then, it's too late. I'm already there.
You better be prepared for that whooping when you get to the house.
Lay it up.
What is black math?
All right, cool. I just wanted to sit here and just start it off like that. But real quick, I'm not going to hold you. I listened to that Playboy Cardi album. I just kind of really want to get these little hot takes out the way, but it's not honestly hot takes. I think realistically, and I'll say this a million times on here, that people, when it comes to what you like and what your preference is, when it comes to music, I feel like everybody want to feel like they all have the right option, the right. Like my take is the right take. My taste in music is the right taste. Bro, and I think even this crazy thing is just for older people to want to just listen and be like, hey, this is not for me. I think you kind of already went in your mindset of figuring out like, hey, this is not for me. So I'm going to kind of just give it a this is not for me type of take. Where it's like, bro, you could have literally just not even listened to it. Like if you knew for a fact in your mind, you already felt like that's not my bag. He don't make the type of music for me. What's the purpose of even pressing play? And I feel like most people would just press play just so they can have one of those type of generic takes when it comes to Playboy Cardi. Like, bro, it's cool. Like, to me, he make music that I can listen to in the gym. And I'm sitting here saying it's going to be like in my heavy rotation in the gym. Probably not, but I can still find a couple of songs on there that was like, okay, cool. I like this situation. And then even just with the Kendrick Jones, like Kendrick, that verse, he kind of went crazy. Like the little point in the ASAP Rally bar, that Luka Doncic Jones. So it's kind of got people to be like, all right, cool. I'm going to go listen. Let me see if Kendrick slid on this. Like I said, I'm not saying about to make it like, I think sometimes even when it comes to music, it's like is the hooks super catchy, or is the music actually something that you can kind of really relate to and kind of just get in your bag with? Yeah, it may not be, because it's a lot of that. To me, the music he makes is just up tempo. It's like music you hear in the gym. Like, you're not really paying attention. It's just like, ding, 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 ding. And I'm not saying that that's the pace for that, but that's just how I feel about gym music. Like, you may catch something like, oh, what song is this? But it's not one of them jumps where I'm geeking to try to give you a lyrical breakdown or sit here and say, oh, like, this about to be the new club hit. Like, I don't necessarily know if that's the type of music he making. I don't think realistically I can't go into listening to something to be that type of judgmental when it comes to music. I just think a lot of people, and I just looked at it on social media, I was looking at how many people was like in a rush to kind of just give a hot take, and that just go with even music or whatever the case may be. Follow Say Cheese on Twitter. I'm like, bro, this joke came out at like 7. I seen them have like, oh, rate this Playboy Cardi joke 1 through 10, and it was literally like maybe 11 o'clock. I'm like, bro, it's no way you made it through 30 songs and the joke came out at 7 and it's only 11. Like, bro, let's be serious. And he don't even make that type of music, so I feel like you just want to give it a generic, like, when they start those conversations off, it just be like, it's no point of that. Like, bro, allow people to actually digest and figure out like what's going to be my favorite song. Like, if you literally talking about an album that got 30 songs, bro, it is going to at least take you a whole weekend to figure out what you actually like. Not saying, and especially if you're going into it as a actual fan, like if you're going into it just to give a extreme fast hot take, then cool, knock yourself out, then you probably realistically not even gonna make it through all 30 songs. But I think if you're just trying to go in and actually find songs to like, it's gonna take you a couple of days to figure out what do you like and what you don't like for that purpose. And I think, and that is, I take my hat off to DJs and influencers. They really take their time out to like kind of construct what people should like. Like, hey, this is the new hot song. This is why you should like it. Just take my advice on why I think this song is going to be hot and it's going to be whatever the case may be. Even the same way, like when Nokia first came out, I told me, like, all right, this not going to be a hit. Like, there's no other way to dress it up. This song is going to go. And I think realistically, it don't matter how you feel about the Playboy Cardi situation. It's like, realistically, he's going to have songs on it. It's realistically, them Jones going to go. Like, it don't matter how, like, the album is going to do numbers because he has a cult like following. And if you feel like, hey, I'm not in that cult like following, then just don't even give your take. You don't have to press play. I think realistically, one thing about hip hop I've noticed, everybody always feel like I gotta press play just so I can have an opinion. You don't have to press play, though. You can literally keep listening to whatever you've been listening to or whatever style of music that you already like. You can literally skip that topic and don't have to give a hot take on the Playboy Cardi situation. Even like with the Kanye thing, I kind of was wondering, like, dog, I don't know if his opinion on Kendrick Lamar is just like hate, or is it just like, all right, I know Kendrick Lamar name is like the hot name via social media, so let me throw him some shade to kind of just keep my name moving, because I don't like, you saying that I don't want to hear a Kendrick Lamar verse on a Playboy Cardi album. I was kind of like, bro, that was, to me, was like the best the best part of the album. So I super disagree. And he did have a jump with Future, kind of went crazy on that song. I can't even remember because he only got the names of the what was the jump that Future was on this jump? I hope did he put the names on them yet? Maybe he did. The names on there now? Yeah. So he what is the jump with Future? It was what is it? Charge These Hoes a Fee. I like that jump. That jump was straight with him and Future. I feel like it was another song with him and Future that I like that Radar song with him. I mean, it was, like I said, it jumps on it. Like, if you actually just take time to listen to it, like, if that's your bag, like, it's cool. The same way, like, when Uzi made, what was that? I forgot what album that album said, though. He don't play in the NBA no more, so can he realistically maintain them properties? Properties don't mean, you still got to pay bills on properties, even if nobody don't live there. You still got to pay property tax. You still got to pay whatever home insurance on them. You still got to pay, sit here and say, I'm sure it's still some electricity on there. The electricity bill may not be crazy, but you still got electricity on in these places. So now you're saying, yeah, I lost all those things, but now I don't have those things as my responsibilities no more. I don't have to pay the insurance on this Maybach no more. That insurance ain't cheap.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm pretty sure you still got to pay it because it's in your name.
No, I don't. It's hers now. She won it. What you talking about? I don't have to pay none of it now.
Your name's still attached to it. I don't think your name come off of it.
How? I don't own it no more. I lost it.
Like I said, I don't think your name come off of it.
That's what you're saying. That's like if somebody lose the business. If your business gets sued in a lawsuit and you lose your business, that person is now you're responsible for all those things because you won it. My name don't go in there no more. What are you talking about? How? It's not mine no more. How can my name be on something that I don't own anymore? I lost them. It's not.
That's just like if you sign on the lease, you don't even live there, but somebody else is living there. Your name is still attached. If somebody stop paying on it.
Yes, what I'm saying. But they went to court, so I'm sure you're gonna have to sign stuff over. I'm not. My name's still not gonna be on. Why would my name still be on something if I don't have no responsibilities for it anymore?
I don't think it come off. To be honest, I don't think it come off. I think it
have to.
Because
if it don't come off, then what's the purpose of us going to court for?
But that's my thing. So let's if you looking at it like, all right, if she couldn't afford to pay those, what's name, right? You got those houses because of me, right? Your court, whatever your credit score, whatever how much money you put down on it was because of my name was attached to it. You can't take your name off, then they're gonna say, oh, well, then you can't afford this house no more. So that's why I'm saying I think he's still attached to that stuff.
I don't necessarily know if them properties may be paid off. I don't know. I mean, he might have paid them off. Who knows? We don't know because I don't know that. I don't know what we don't know how those houses was purchased. So they could have.
Because that's like, because remember when Cardi was saying something like how she was trying to get rid of some of these properties because it's just it's eating up. She don't use it.
But that's my point. But you're proving my point. But
that's what I'm saying. But I think his name is still attached to that.
I'm sure they're not because I can't lose something if my name's still on it. Then. Like that don't.
That's what I say. I don't think your name. Like I said, when you sign on the things, your name don't come off of it until, like I said, let somebody sign else.
Yeah, it don't come off because it's not paid off. But if the houses is paid for, you can take your name just like the same way. If I buy a car and I sell the car, I have to sign my name on the title to this car and sign it to the next person, and then they go to the NBA and get the car registered in their name because there's name. I sold them the car, and that's why I signed my name off of the title, and now their name is on the title. That's just what happened. So that's what I'm saying. All like just what you just said. He don't play in the NBA no more. So realistically, hey, now I don't have to pay the property taxes or none of this stuff. She 9 times out of 10, she gonna sell them houses. I'm 100% positive she gonna probably. I don't know which one she may not want to stay in none of them. She may sell all 4 of them and just cash out on them. The same way with the car, she may like, I don't need all these cars. I don't drive like that, so I'm gonna sell them. Because some of those things people just buy just because like I can buy them. Don't necessarily mean that I still want them. She may sit here and keep the Sprinters and get rid of the Maybach. So I'm sure. But then again, all of those things is like, yeah, on paper it sounds like I took an L, but realistically, when you sit here saying now I don't have the responsibilities of these, and I bought some of these things when I was in the NBA. Because let's just say the smart thing to me would be him buying the house straight out because it's like, okay, yeah, you're absolutely right. I know for a fact I ain't gonna play in the NBA for the rest of my life. So why I got the money and I got let me pay for this stuff so I don't have these bills. And these, because who won't still be wanting to pay mortgage on a house that realistically, and you don't play in the NBA no more, and I'm gonna have all these bills. Hell, that wouldn't even make sense. That shit would be stupid if you did that. To sit here and still be having a mortgage and you know for a fact you're not about to be getting no more NBA checks. Why would I do that? That would not realistically, just common sense wise, that wouldn't make sense. It would make sense to sit here and say, hey, let me buy it flat out, and then so now, like again, when you come to these situations, now I can just sell them and I don't owe nothing. So like I said, I think realistically on for common folks, if you're not familiar with how some of these other NBA players get took to the cleaners when it comes to like, what's Blake Griffin John? Blake Griffin John like $60,000, something crazy. Blake Griffin plays something crazy in child support. So you sitting here saying, okay, all he got to do is pay $8,000 a month for 2 kids and he got to pay for some school. It still realistically ain't nowhere near compared to sitting here dropping off $56,000 every month is crazy, dog. And you talking about for Tristan Thompson, nigga. Tristan Thompson ain't gonna be. Dog, he is in the NBA right now. Just off of, I don't even know why he's still in the NBA. Because Tristan Thompson barely in the game. 90% of the time, if you see Tristan Thompson in a highlight, he 9 times out of 10 on the bench. He get in the games like he probably played literally at max maybe 5 to 3 minutes a game. Tristan Thompson ain't getting no real minutes for the Cavs.
You don't need to, as long as you're getting that check.
Yeah, well, $50,000 a month is something crazy. So like I said, for people who feel like that Ahmad Shepard took a crazy hit in that divorce, you just probably need to Google some of these other NBA players are paying the child support. To me, that's why I said it just don't seem as crazy.
I think that's more you caught me at the hype. You caught Blake Griffin. You took Blake Griffin to child support now. You ain't gonna get shit. When you caught him at the hype, yeah, that's probably what you're gonna get because that's what he's making.
Well, Blake Griffin still won't have it now because Blake Griffin getting all these other endorsements.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. But I'm just saying when you caught him at the height when he was Blake Griffin.
Yeah, I don't like I said, I don't know. It depends. It just all depends on how you look at it and how you view it. That's that one. Lamar Shepard. What's going on in the world? Let's get into B Simone. B Simone, and the crazy thing is sometimes you have to listen to stuff on your own because when I seen her name trending on Threads and Twitter, and people was like dragging her to hell, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm reading like that. Let me see what's going on. But people was making it seem like I'm listening to the clip. People made it seem like she came out and said she was on Ozempic, and I'm listening to the clip. It sound like. I'm gonna play the clip, but it didn't sound like she said she was on Ozempic. But I'm gonna play the clip, and y'all can tell me what y'all thought she said.
Guys, I'm really in this gym getting emotional because I am really doing this on my own, without medication, without diet pills, without Ozempic. without cheating. Like, I'm trying so hard and I'm so proud of myself. I'm literally on vacation in Turks and Caicos, working out so hard. I am so proud of you, Braylon. I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. I love myself so much. I am so proud of myself. I am just trying so hard to be the best version of me. I get up every day and I try to feed my mind, my body, my soul, and my spirit with just the ultimate level of nutrition, whether it's reading something healthy, eating something healthy, listening to gospel meditation music. Like, I am doing the best I can. And I am so, so, so proud of myself. I'm not taking the elevator anymore. I'm taking the stairs and I'm really doing this. Like, I just have to thank God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. No more shortcuts. I'm in here grinding. It is so hard, but I'm doing it and I'm proud of me. And if you are trying to do your best, I'm proud of you. Let's get it.
So people on the internet was saying, like I said, I follow B Simone, but I don't follow her. If you get what I'm saying, like I follow her, but I'm not like glued to my phone to see what B Simone really even got going on. So people were sitting here saying that B Simone was selling a workout, a workout book or a workout plan. And basically, and people took it from that clip, was basically trying to sit here and make it seem like she said that you took Ozempic. I didn't hear it. When I'm listening to the clip, I'm like, I didn't hear her say that. And that's what I was thinking. But I'm just still, even my only thing to people on the internet is, I think people be too high strung on celebrities and followers. Nothing about, and this is not no shade to B Simone, but this is just me because I follow a lot of women who work out. Nothing about B Simone body type tells me that I should be buying a workout plan from B Simone. Like, I don't even care if she wasn't on Ozempic or not or anything. Nothing about her body structure makes me sit here and say, hey, I want to follow B Simone because she work out. Like, nothing about her. Like, I've seen B Simone even start workout pages before, but her workouts ain't enough to make me sit here and say, let me go follow these workout pages or let me sit here and pay her to figure out how I can lose weight. Like, her body don't give that. So it's like, I was kind of lost on why people felt like I was super lost off of like listening to the video and then watching how people was dragging her on social media. Now, I think that my only thing with B Simone that I would sit here and say is, I don't think B Simone know how to show up as her authentic self without trying to turn it into money. So even I didn't even sit here and go, if I'm just going off of just how the internet was perceiving it, where she was selling workout plans, I don't think B Simone does anything genuinely without trying to attach a way to make money off of it. Where I think realistically, where it's like, if she still had this real moment and wasn't selling a workout plan, I don't necessarily think this is nothing to even kind of talk about. I think she tries to do so much. And I talked about this even with the religion thing. I think it's always something trying to turn people into, like, how can I sell people something now? How can I turn my struggle into some money or something? And I think realistically, and that when you see people even in the comment section on all these videos on any of them pages, like, she doesn't come off as an authentic person because it feels like everything she does, it has an attachment to some money to it. Like, hey, buy this from me or this, that, and the third. Where it's like,
would it be more believable if it was more comical?
What you mean?
Like, if she was being more of her, her. I
don't think that's who she is. Like, a lot, to me, most of the time you really see a lot of B Simone videos, she's a crybaby. She's somebody, a lot of her videos that go viral, she be crying.
But what I'm saying is, would it be more, I would look at it like, all right, she's genuine with this workout process. If she was doing her little, her little antics, what I'm saying? Like,
no,
she's like wild out.
No, I don't think, I think people know that Jim Jones work out for real. Like, people,
I know Jim Jones work out for real, but I'm saying, but I would look at B Simone. Like, I probably pay more attention if she was just in character. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I don't think you don't have to be in character to work out, but you have to do something where it genuinely seems like it's something that you're passionate about that don't have nothing to do with money. Like, you shouldn't have to attach it to money. Like, at one point in time, even just, you can kind of even tie that in. When Charlamagne first doing the mental health thing, people was like, oh, he's just doing this for money. But now it's like, all right, he like 4 or 5 years into it, and he ain't trying to sell you no book off of you. He do stuff for free now. He give people free therapy sessions, so you kind of know this is really who he is. And you can even kind of like, let's be clear, he still have his moments where he's Charlamagne, but you can still see he have a lot of compassion compared to him early when he had the spots on his face. So you can see the difference in how he even conduct interviews to be like, all right, this wasn't just the stick for him. So it's kind of just like, or even just when the Breakfast Club bring politics on it, or bring people who are running for different political spaces, and people take their platform serious. And that's why he be on Fox News and he be He on CNN, but he had to prove that stuff with B Simone. Everything is like she don't even allow herself to build up a real audience on something before she try to turn it into money. Like she don't allow people to actually see her go through a real process and really sit here and hit rock bottom and build something up or do something genuinely like, hey, I just like doing this. I'm recording my process and then allowing people to ask her to do like, hey, can you show us how to do this before she try to turn it into money? Like everything about her just seems like it's just like it's almost damn. It feels like it's like damn near like a scam. Even if it's not a scam, even if she's genuinely trying to do this for real, it just comes off real scamish because it's like, why do you even like? You ain't even have to really record this, dog. And I think that's what people kind of judge you at with it. It's like I seen people in like, bro, you need some friends because like, why did you have to even bring this to social media?
Yeah,
Attention.
But
that's my point. Because you ain't got no friends.
But that's why I say if it was more so like with her and when her and what's name used to do the videos all the time. What's the black
Desi Banks.
Desi Banks. Like if it was like that, what's name where you're working out and he coming.
No, I can give you a perfect example of what you nigga. Ha Davis. He got a whole fitness page and he don't be making no joke. He make jokes when he cooking his food, but he don't make no jokes when he working out unless he do a voiceover after the workout. But you can actually see he put in the actual real
but
work.
That's what I'm saying. But even though I would not look at his fitness page, but just because, that's still him being in character. His what's names, his little shit that goes viral. It's always the voiceovers or whatever, him doing his little skits. That's how you keep paying attention to it. That's what I'm saying. With B Simone, I feel like is she going to be still in the comedian circuit? Like I would feel like I would believe it more if it was that way. Then you actually trying to work. That's just like even if we be taking on what's I showed Jay Knight, what's name? How when she launches her little fitness stuff or her food and all that, like we only look at her because of her body or whatever the case may be. When all her little clothing lines, it was just how she look in that what's name? When people like, oh well, you got surgery done, you got this, but you still looking at her body still looks good. So you're going to look at that. You will look at her page before you look at B Simone. But I'm just saying, if B Simone was still in character, I feel like you probably still would draw more natural, fan base that way.
Maybe I just still don't. I just feel like just everything she do just seem like it's just damn near. It's just scripted. It's just I ain't saying cry for help. It just seems like everything is about money. Where it's just like you always trying to sell something. You got something new. You always trying to make money off of it. And it's just like when you constantly just changing things and you trying to constantly sell stuff to people. Nothing just don't seem genuine. Nothing about it just seemed genuine. It seemed like everything is kind of just like, it just seemed like a money grab. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like it's like, I don't know, dog. I kind of felt bad though because I was like, damn, people kind of made it seem like I don't feel like that's what it was. Like the way people made it seem like, oh, she was saying that she was on Ozempic. I felt like she kind of was saying, hey, I'm doing it on my own and I'm proud of myself. I'm losing weight without have to use Ozempic. And maybe I'm listening. Maybe I'm hearing it wrong, but let's believe her name was trending like hell and people was really real live throwing that Ozempic stuff on her. So it was kind of like
They probably didn't listen. Like I saw it, but I didn't listen to it until now. So that's what the headline says. Like she said I guess originally they said she used Ozempic, but she's admitting on the video she didn't. Yes. That's how it's kind of worded.
Yeah, so I guess that is the times that we live in. That's why sometimes you got to kind of like actually go listen to stuff on your own, because if you don't and you kind of just realistically just go off of headlines, it's like it'll make you sit here and believe stuff that for real.
So my question with I guess a lot of people use the Ozempic shit and all that, but beneficial wise, like, is it anybody out here like, damn, you did look good? You like you using it?
I think because I think we live in a world where you get to see so many people who actually work out, because it's just a difference. Like, and you don't understand the difference between, like, if I do a bunch of cardio, I'm not gonna have no muscle mass. So if you do Ozempic, it's gonna be looking like your face gonna look. It's gonna make you're gonna lose weight, but you're gonna kind of look like you sick, because your skin ain't gonna be as tight, because you're not actually going through a real physical process on losing weight. Like when you can tell, like when people start to really lose weight and you get to see the structure in your face, because your face is starting to like fit your new, like your skin is fitting your face now because you're losing the weight. Your body is fitting your body, your skin, and everything get tighter if you do it the right way. You can kind of always tell when people do like crash diets, or you do something tricky to lose weight real fast, because you can see it in them. You can see the difference between somebody who actually putting time in the gym, and you can see somebody who just realistically did something quick. Okay, you lost weight, but then when you look at them, they're like, all right, they kind of look sick. Where it's like, all right, like you can kind of, it's like super, like the skin be flabby or their face be flabby. That's why people used to do that shit with what's the dude, Lil Rail, because it was like he got super skinny and it was like his head kind of still looked big. And,
right?
I don't remember why he started to lose weight, but I mean, it looked.
No, I think it was health issue.
Oh, it might be. It may be, but all I'm just saying, like, but it looks better on him now. Like originally when he popped out and he looked skinny, he kind of looked sick with it. But now, like, if you see him now, I want to say like he recently just
he was on
went
Mellow,
like on
Mellow joint.
Yeah, he looked regular now. Like it looked regular. It fit his face and his body and all of his fit. Got into how him actually losing weight. So I mean, like I said, it just depends on realistically just how you do it. I do kind of feel bad for B Simone because I think people just be like on her head just because it's just like people just don't like her. And like I said, I think just because she doesn't come off very authentic, it's just like it seemed like everything with her is kind of a gimmick, and she tried to turn the gimmick into money. I guess we can kind of switch up speeds real quick. Let me talk about this money bag, yo.
Bag like what? 110. For all that. 55 for the verse, 55 for the video shoot. And you ain't nigga ain't give no discount. No, nigga ain't give me no discount. But I'm street nigga. You need. I'm street nigga. I'm going at it as about street where I'm thinking this what it is, the game. Now they beating you on that black and white on that paper. Bag said I was good as a go. I could use it and do whatever, but he signed to somebody that's signed to Interscope to where they want their money and you see what I'm saying, to a clearance fee and all that, to where all that was supposed to be in clause. Like again, that was supposed to be in a contract to where the manager side, this where Stink supposed to come in at and be like, look, for this amount of money we paying, we need everything to be like, it's clear that we could do whatever we want, but which it wasn't. And you know, niggas just was learning and experiencing shit like that. So I could get the bag and be like, bag says good. Like I could drop the shit if I want to drop it, if I want to. His record company or whatever who he signed to the distributor gonna take it down. I gave bag like what?
So people don't know what this is. I believe where's this dude from? I want to say I think he from Dallas. Hold on, let me double check real quick before I just say anything. Where is he from? He from New Orleans. So he is an artist. His name is Young Chris. He is from New Orleans. And he paid Moneybagg Yo 110. Well, he just read basically $100,000 for $50,000 for the song, $50,000 for the video, and basically he didn't get it cleared. Now, my only thing to any artist listening or any of this come across your junk, reason why I'm saying it's only stupid because your name ain't big enough for you to say you're a street dude. Basically, what you're saying is you took your street money. You didn't take that. You could have took that same $100,000 and spent it on promo. You could have bought some Say Cheese posts, some Academics posts, some Shade Room, the Jasmine brand. You could have literally posted you could have found this, came up with a song, get you a song that's hot in your city, and you could have took that same $100,000 and spent it on internet promo, got you paid some little TikTok dancers or some streamers instead of paying for a feature. Because I think realistically, that to me is one of the dumbest things you possibly can do as a rapper, pay for a feature, because realistically, the artist gonna treat you like he's and guess what? Sometimes it could be clear. Let's just sit here and say, even
that's why I said that's what it sounded like. It sounded like that was a finesse. Like, all right, you pay me money, but I at the back end, the record label might take it down, whatever the case may be. I might clear it personally, but I know.
But let's sit here and say, even if Moneybagg Yo wasn't to that point where he could get it taken. Let's say if he wasn't signed, but he was just a super popular rapper in the streets or whatever the case, because people do it all the time with somebody like Boosie independent. Boosie wouldn't get, he don't gotta go through nobody to get it clear. You can just post it and do whatever to it. But my whole thing, even for that being said, is like, why pay that type of money and nobody don't know who you are? Because even if I come there, I don't know who you are. So what's the purpose of you sitting here spending that type of bread on a feature? Because you don't necessarily, even if he cleared, then what?
Just to say you have, all right. Is that I feel like that's the
that to me is that's just hustling ass backwards. You got to kind of, you shouldn't
but
learn.
I feel like
you shouldn't learn. Your first experience of learning this shouldn't be spending 100 bands. You're supposed to learn that spending like 5,000, maybe 10,000 on a feature. Cool, you learn that and you okay, cool. I got burnt for 10 bands because I shouldn't realistically. I don't. You learn again. To me, you should have learned that off of a $5,000 feature, not $100,000 feature.
But right now, in this time of the industry, do you really think you can get a good $5,000 feature where it's something to talk about?
Yeah, if you catch somebody early, I'm a positive you can.
But who right now? But if I'm saying, because I feel like that's his price right now. If it was Moneybagg Yo when he first came out, yeah, you probably could have got him for 5,000. But because now he got a name.
But listen to what I'm saying. Even let's just sit here and say, even if you had a hot song, let's just use the little 1900 Rugrat dude I was talking about, the little white boy, or even the little white girl, the Glorilla did this song with Evident. I'm 100% positive. A month ago, I could have got either one of them for $10,000. I could have gave them 10 bands, or even if I'm running up on you in person and give you a fat man, I got 5 for you right now because I just need you to get on this song. You not turning down 5 bands, especially if you're somebody who don't really sing and write your verses unless you already getting. If you're getting something like 20 or 30, yeah, you may turn down the 5. But if I'm getting, even if you're getting 10 already, you're not turning down 5. Especially if I'm right here up on you, like if I'm at the clip, hey, because I got a studio around the corner, I give you 5. Can you come and do this feature for me real quick? You're taking the 5. But you sitting here saying my first time getting burnt in the music business is spending 100 bands is just dumb. It don't even make no sense because my first time knowing who you was should not be because I heard you got finesse for 100 racks. No, that don't make no sense. It's like that math just don't, it's not math. And I don't care if you got the money to blow. That still should not be the first time I'm hearing of you because you should have spent that 100 bands on actually getting people familiar with your name. Paying some of these reaction channels, these people are already popular because they react to music that other people I like their opinion. It's basically like they're giving their opinion. Oh, I'm stamping this joint. Like some of these reaction channels don't even talk. They just read, like they just bobbing their head or making facial expressions. So you could have paid one of them because it'd be some of them jokes that come on my Instagram. That's how I got hip to besides Low sending it to me. So after Low send me one, I'm hip to the 1900. But now every time, anytime I go on my Explore page, it's a bunch of reaction channels making videos to the 1900 Rugrat dude. So that's my point. Why not pay one of them? He's literally just, his brain is like a street rapper from 2005, not a street rapper from 2025.
So, because we didn't talk about it, the dude who was talking about Jeezy got him. Is this like kind of the same scenario too?
Nah, that the dude with the Jeezy thing, that was one of his real homeboys.
Oh, that was really Jeezy.
You know, that was it. He used to rap about him and all that.
Okay.
And I think because and the crazy thing is because I think just because of the way, again, with some more headlines, it's the way people headline it because they was making it like the headline was like Goldmouth was a rap. Like I don't even know Goldmouth for no rap music or him being affiliated with no what's the boy name Rollo. I don't know him from that. I know him from Jeezy rapping about him in songs. Like that, like old Jeezy stuff. So him and Jeezy was like real friends. But the way you seen the blogs when they was picking it up, they was making it seem like, oh, this is just some rapper from Atlanta that was pressing Jeezy out. Like, no, this is one of Jeezy real friends.
Okay. See, that's why I'm saying. But see, and that's why I think it's just from the outside looking in, how you probably pay, and that right there, he probably just trying to, all right, damn, I might get some more attention on this song. Even though it's not out. And that's why you said that's bad promotion. If you spent that much money on it and now all you're doing is getting picked up on whatever, you know what I'm saying, just by a blog page and you're not actually getting the song played, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's dumb. I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't recommend it. Anybody listening to my voice, don't do it. If you got 100 bands to spend on your music career, I promise you're better off paying for some say cheese, some academics. Like I would rather you sit here and say, I take 10,000 to Shade Room, take 10,000 to say cheese, take 10,000 to academics, take 10, and break. If you got 100 bands, take 10,000 to 10 different big major blog pages, or take 50,000 and pay the blogs, and then take another 50 and get them to like TikTok people and reaction pages. Then you sitting here saying, I'm gonna spend 100 on a feature that 9 times out of 10 some people might not hear. Perfect example. Let's just sit here and say, going back into the Playboy Carti thing. Let's just sit here and say, if I was just geeking and running to go listen to Playboy Carti this Friday, and his music just blew me so bad, I didn't even go listen to nothing else. So now let's just say if you would have spent, let's say he would have cleared that junk, you would have put that feature out for 100 bands, and now you got to pay whatever to get on Apple Music. And now it on a week where it was like, I don't even feel like listening to nothing else because this disappointed me so much. I don't want to listen to nothing else now. So now let's just go on deaf ears. You just wasted money, bro. It be lit every Friday, and for even we can kind of tie that into when people.
But when you say put it into the blogs and all that, but do that tracks revenue right away? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, it ain't. It's not. But even off the music, you ain't gonna make revenue off of it right away. It got to be people have to be familiar with your name because the more I see your name, is the more chances I'm gonna click something.
But okay, so my question is, all right, when you say paying it to them, right? So if you still got this whole Moneybag song, right? Now let's just say whatever Moneybag might go through something, or something might pop off with Moneybag where he's steaming hot, and then I put that song out, and it's like, all right, I'm tagging him. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right,
but what if the song suck? The song still got to be good. So that's my whole point.
But you would still get traction, right? Though, right?
That don't mean nothing. If Moneybag, just because, perfect example, let's just sit here and say, dog, you can use Sexy Red on endless songs. Glorilla just was on that girl song. People wasn't on that, didn't go to that song for that girl. They went for Glorilla, and now it's over. I'm not even thinking about it no more.
But I still think you would still get some of the looks on it. Now, if
you can get some looks for endless other stuff too, though.
But still,
no, if I see your name enough, if you gonna do a Say Cheese interview And we talking about, and it's on a slow. If your story, if you actually know how to do an interview, you may make me be like, damn, I want to go sit here and go listen to your music. Oh, I like what he was talking about. Let me go check his music out. And that's my point of sitting here saying, I'd rather you sit here and take that money and pay Say Cheese or go pay Vlad or go pay No Jumper, because sometimes those interviews can work in your favor. I can use a perfect example, even local. Fat Trail do great interviews. Now, he don't follow up with the music enough, but his interviews, I'd be happy when he go do a No Jumper interview because he do a great interview. He didn't done like 3 great interviews, but he just don't follow up with the music. He did 2 great No Jumper interviews, and he did a great academics interview, but he just didn't follow up with the music. But what's in here and say, let me go get a feature? What is the feature going to do for you if people are not familiar with who you are? Yeah, you can get a feature, and I may go listen to that song for the feature, but that don't necessarily mean I'm going to download it. That don't necessarily, I listen to it one time. One time don't count, ain't gonna count you for no bread. You got for it to count as a payable stream, somebody got to listen to it 1,500 times. So that means I actually have to like you. It ain't just going to be just about the song. There's so many people who catch songs, but people don't know who they are.
But that's why I asked, because like I said, when you say if I paid for the promotion, right? If I paid whatever act, right? And so if I paid him, and it's no guarantee, like if he posted it up Monday, right? He posted whatever the song Monday. It's no guarantee that everybody sees that.
But it's no guarantee nobody gonna hear the song neither. There's no guarantee. But listen to what I'm saying. One thing about the music business, it ain't no guarantee, because if it was a guarantee, then everybody would do the guarantee. So it don't matter what you do, ain't nothing gonna be guaranteed.
But that's why I asked, because it's just like with the algorithm, right? When you post, whenever, like I said, when they post your music or whatever the case may be, do people really go back? Now, if you saying I got a song with Moneybagg, I can keep promoting it. I can promote it myself. Just keep promoting it. And then somebody might catch, you know what I'm saying? But if you paid Act and he only posted that one time, I paid that fee, he posted that one time when it paid.
Okay, so that's cool. So, but let's just say it may be a smaller block. I don't necessarily know I'm gonna go to my mixtape.
Because that's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, how many times do you actually repost it or anything?
I'm gonna tell you a perfect example. My mixtape do a jump. It's this dude. I don't know what he got with my mixtapes, but what's this dude name? And they use his song every time he posts something, they damn near tag him.
Because that's why I say I would feel bad. Like if I paid Act. And then, like, all right, he posted it at one time, but then it got overshadowed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a dude. I think his name like slimed out something. Like every time they play something on a jump, man, oh my God, what's this dude name on? Every time my mixtape posts something, like, I swear to God, they use this jump. Like, it don't matter if it's just a regular clip and it's just something like a froze screen jump. Every time my mixtape, and I was like, damn, let me go listen to this song, because they use him so much. I want to say his name. I think the song called like Slime. I'm trying to find the jump on my mixtape. I can't just find one of their little random posts that they be posting, but man, they use this jump every time they post a motor. I'm just trying to feel like it's still. Man, I don't know why this is the way they changed the jump, but they got it's a song that every time I go on my mixtape, they literally always play this. What's his name? Oh, it's right here. It's his name is GMY Villy. I don't know him, but every time my mixtape posts like a random jump, they always literally post one of this dude's songs on the jump every time. So I'm like I said, I literally end up adding that song to my gym playlist because my mixtape kept posting. I'm like, damn, who is this dude? But my whole point of it is, I still don't know who the dude is, but I kept hearing them and keep seeing them posted. So eventually, you may click it. Like I said, there's no guarantees in music, and that's why I wouldn't waste $100,000 on a feature, because there's no guarantees that feature is going to help you get any type of traction. Where realistically, it's better off you spending money and more people sitting here talking about you than you sitting here. Damn, she had 39 today. She went crazy. Yeah, so like I said, I don't necessarily know that. I'm sure if I'm unrivaled, I would try. I don't know how I would get Angel Reese, but you have to play in that championship game. I would have, like, there's no way I'm letting you not play in the championship game.
Oh, the game on tonight?
Yeah, damn, this other jump would have come to the.
I thought it was Monday.
No, the championship game is Monday. This was the final. I mean, the conference final or the semifinals, whatever they call it, tonight.
Oh shit, I didn't know that was on.
Anyway, like I said, I would pay that. Real quick, what was one other jump that I wanted to talk about, because I just had it on my brain when we was talking about music. What was it? Damn, I'm drawing a blank now. I forgot what it was. Whatever I was about to say about it was something about a random. Man, I can't remember now. Anyway, Pooh Shiesty is, I think they said that Pooh Shiesty is in a halfway house now, so he will be getting out soon. I'm sure he is one of those people where people will. I think he should take his time. Like, he can't.
What is the point of halfway house?
It's basically like, I mean, you home, you're not in jail, but you kind of like, you still in jail, kind of like you in jail, but you're not actually in jail. So you're in a halfway house. 9 times out of 10, only way you can leave out of the halfway house is if you are going out for a job, like if you're going to go get a job, or if you're on like workman's comp or something like that.
But
you
if
still
I
got to go back.
But like if you had an ankle, I mean, you still on house arrest? Like, so is that
no? The halfway house is basically still like controlled like a jail. You still got to be in here by a certain time. You still got to wake up. You still got to do certain things, and you still got to come back here every day until. So when you leave, no, you don't have. It's not no monitor because you still got to be here. You can't leave here without.
That's why I was just wondering what's the. Because that's why I'm like, is it still like wearing an ankle monitor type?
No. You can't. You ain't leave. You can't leave here at all. You ain't going no damn way. You gonna be right here. You ain't going not a damn place. What else was it? It was man.
Has he put out music?
Oh, Pooh Shiesty?
Yeah.
Nah, not since he been locked up. I can't remember what else I wanted to talk. It was something. Damn, I'm mad. It was something else about music, but whatever.
I feel sorry for you young niggas nowadays, man.
Oh, I do know what it is real quick. And I don't want to hold people up because I know people probably tired of hearing that story. It was the Doechii industry plant situation. And just real quick, because and for people who keep, because I don't want to overdo it, because I'm sure people tired of hearing about it. If you listen to enough podcasts, they didn't drag this conversation out. My only thing is why people make such a big deal about the Doechii situation is because we all watched Glorilla have an amazing year last year. So for Billboard to sit here and say that Doechii was artist of the year for going into 2025 or any of those things, it makes people sit here and say, and why is because realistically, people be outside, people be on social media, people move around, and we see what Glorilla is doing. So you can't make it seem like we don't see. We got 2 eyes. We know what people listen to. People actually are listening to Glorilla. So the celebration and the uproar that Doechii get is kind of like, what about Glorilla though?
Well, okay, when you say it like that, but I feel like Glorilla already started her run. It's not like you just came out with you did come out with a debut album, but you already had music out. You already put out. That's why I said like you had your run beforehand. This now, like I said, you still continue with your run. So but
I think people feeling like Doechii is trying to push Doechii to the forefront, and she haven't even had her Glorilla moment yet.
I'm not going to say she don't have a Glorilla moment, but she's had a moment. I feel like what really failed with you is Ice Spice.
What you mean?
I feel like that.
But that you can't like you.
No. But I'm saying that as what we thought Ice Spice was going to be, or it really fizzled out.
But what do Ice Spice got to do with Glorilla?
No, I'm not saying no. But Glorilla,
somebody else.
But Glorilla already had her. That's what I'm saying. Glorilla
she had a song, nigga. Last year she had like 5 songs.
But when she had her a song, that lasts for a while. That's what I'm saying. I feel like Glorilla was still on her run. I don't feel like when did we not recognize her? I feel like she's been having her run for the longest. So that's why I'm just saying. I think
people did. I feel like people feel like hip hop media from if you and the people who listen to what I'm saying, most people who keep throwing around or getting tired of the Doechii stuff, that means 9 times out of 10 you probably listen to too many podcasts, you probably listen to too many races. Because if you listen to the way the Breakfast Club, Hot 97, Joe Budden, Rory and Mo, whoever outside, but excluding academics probably the only person who has not got with that bandwagon, and that's because of course she's a TD artist and he just being loyal to Drake. So cool, but everybody else outside of academics has really went on a super heavy push for Doechii. And if I live in the real world and I'm like, when I'm seeing how people respond to music in the real time, like even what women are actually listening to this non-industry, it's like you're trying to have Doechii skip. You're trying to make her like realistically on the tier, or they're trying to push her up like she's supposed to be in a pedestal, like right under Nicki. Like how you can't skip Sexy Red, Glorilla, Lotto, and Meg. Like that's how they trying to put her up. Like she is the bar for women rappers right now. And niggas is like, nah, dog, we still like people is still going crazy she don't have us on even to think about it. When we ain't even talking about hits. I don't think people right now, more people are listening to a Doechii song than they listening to Meg's Bigger Than Texas, and you never hear nobody talk about that. So I'm not even getting to the Glorilla. Like Glorilla got you can probably go to any club in America right now, and Glorilla you can easily get into at least a 20-minute Glorilla set where niggas might not even be playing a Doechii song at all. So for people, if I'm outside and I'm on the internet, it will make me keep saying like, bro, y'all are forcing this, and this ain't what people outside even really in their bag to.
But that's not, you can't. That's marketing, right? That's people's
point. That's your show. That's why they keep using the word industry plan.
But that is a part of your job. If I'm supposed to sit here and promote this person and that's me doing my job. You can't sit here and say that's an industry play. If I got a good promotion team who's promoting me and putting me out there and putting me in front of thing that I can get in front of. That's good promotion. You can't say that's the industry.
But it's a difference. So when people I think people take the word industry plant and mean it like, I mean, they're using it in a negative Tory way. But at the same time, it's just the industry is co-signing you more than the actual fans are co-signing you. And that's why people keep using the word industry plant. Yeah, I can listen to the Breakfast Club, I can listen to Hot 97, Joe Budden, and all these other people who are stabbing her. But when I go outside, it's Glorilla 99.10. If I'm on social media, it's Glorilla all day, every day. So it's kind of just like, yeah, the industry trying to make it seem like this is the girl, but we all still listening to Glorilla. If you get a hot day this weekend, people, if it's a nice day to come on, if it's Friday, even if it's not 95 degrees, people gonna turn on some Glorilla. Like the girl who got a popular song right now sounding like a knockoff Glorilla. What's the joke called? Affirmations. I forgot the girl name. Bro, this sound like a knockoff Glorilla song. So that's my whole point, is like the industry is trying, and that's why they keep calling her an industry plant, because the industry is trying to make it seem like Doechii is the chosen one when it comes to female rappers. But it's like, bro, we still listening to Glow, waiting for Sexy Red to drop something new, waiting for Meg to drop. Nobody's really checking for her, not trying to knock her her music making ability. Yes, she can really rap, but that's not the temperature of the people, and they're trying to change the temperature. Like the music industry is trying to like, nah, we tired of the coochie cat rap, we tired of the girls rapping about their box and making everybody twerk and be ratchet, so we trying to force Doechii on it. And that's why people keep calling her an industry plant, because you can pay attention to the industry trying to change what people actually like. They're trying to force feed you this here. You need to eat your broccoli. Did you eat your vegetables today? And Doechii is vegetables. And people like, nah, we still want some Mickey D's.
But that's just like even with Doja Cat. Like that's the same way. Like if when people play Doja, it's like, oh, but nobody listens to it. But then you listen to it like, damn, she be rapping. So it's on you. That's why I say I don't see how people can say, all right, you an industry, but you don't have to listen. Like you said before, you don't have to.
People, I don't think people they can't make people listen to it, but people still gonna give some pushback where it's like, they just gonna call you out. It's like if you just lying to me about something. Like it's just going back to the B Simone thing. You can't sit here and say, "Oh, you in the gym and you taking Ozempic." Like that's basically what it is. It's basically like they sit here trying to make it seem like, "Oh, she earned these abs." No, she took Ozempic, dog. And that's all they sit here saying. Like, cool, we see that you make good music. Yes, you can rap, but you're not about to sit here and make it sing. You cannot skip the group. You can't skip the big four. They're trying to make her skip the whole entire big four.
But I don't think you're trying to skip. I think your promotion team is trying to put you. They're trying to put you in the right position. If I keep promoting, people not gonna forget you. They're gonna see you because your face keep getting on plastered on these events. But if you somebody who's sitting, like I said, like an Ice Spice who's not even being seen.
Yeah, but you keep trying to pick the weakest person. Nobody.
No, I'm not. But that's what I'm. But nobody's sitting here downplaying Glorilla or nobody else. Nobody's downplaying Sexy Reds or Glorilla. Nobody's downplaying their what's name. Now, somebody like Meg, okay, but Meg is still top tier, but they like, oh, damn, we don't hear from her. We don't see her. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to try to keep Doechii in the front and keep talking about her so y'all won't forget about her. That's what I'm looking at. Good promotion.
The only reason why we're going to forget about her because we're not listening to her. If we listening to her, we ain't going to forget about her.
That's why I say I don't feel like it's been full. Like I said, I feel like it's good promotion now.
I mean, yeah, a good promotion can still be forced. I mean, you can take it. You could use whatever polite words you want to use. I mean, it's the same thing, I guess. And just real quick, and I had one before I about to switch. Real quick. In other news, before we get out of here, and this is why my biggest beef with just like sometimes where you can if you pay attention again to enough, where it's like. I told y'all, even with all the free Tory Lane stuff and all the tweets, like I be like I know when people be trolling and y'all just be saying stuff just because of the internet, you try to get a rouse out of people, you try to offend people by sitting here saying like I'm going against the system. It's free Tory Lanez, and Academics is one of those people. And I literally every time he posts something, bro, stop posting all this other stuff and let me get them first week numbers for Tory Lanez, because he rushed to give people's first week numbers. Like it'd be like a week later. He already telling you, oh, the Playboy Cardi then broke all these records. He told you that on Saturday. Playboy Cardi came out on Friday. He took a whole entire week before he started talking about Tory Lanez numbers, and the numbers was horrible. He did 24,000, and they keep saying, oh, he's trying to be. You cannot. And I told this girl who wrote me on TikTok, you can't be blackballed if Academics and Joe Budden talk about you. Those are two of the biggest platforms in hip hop media. If they are acknowledging your project, you ain't blackballed, dog. Just because I go on Apple Music and your John name, you have to pay for that. That shit is not free. You're not going to be plastered all over Apple Music for free. That doesn't happen. So again, like I said, that's my only thing with the Tory Lanez thing. Stop saying free him. Y'all don't listen to this nigga, dog. Like y'all just be corny. And that's why I look at anybody who ever say free Tory Lanez and then come January and you post your top 5 of who you've been listening to and his name never up there. You just been a cornball like Jamal. But in the other news, we can get into something regular.
These girls putting y'all young niggas through hell. You gotta have all this money just to see them, man. Back then, when I was 25 and shit like that, man, if you had a bicycle, girl was giving you some pussy, nigga. She didn't give a fuck if you drove a Volvo, man, with the hubcaps on it, the fake spinners. She just, back then, she just, what she gonna do, nigga? Back then, she was happy you had a car. She didn't give a fuck what kind of car it was. You this bitch start up. You know what I mean? Come scoop me. Girls back then different, man, from the ones nowadays. Back then, a girl was happy with a pair of 9.5 Air Max and a pack of gum. She ride or die, hold a pistol for you and everything. What's up? Now they want red bottom and Chanel, bitch. Bitch, your feet still growing. These shoes ain't gonna last forever. Hey, you got to buy me a Chanel. You got to buy me a Birkin, man. Back then, we would buy a girl a guest pocketbook, man. $10. And probably only got $7 in it. Having fun, man. That's the real shit, man. Back then, you go in the club, $10, man, drink water and some hypnotic, man. Now y'all want Don Julio, $40 a shot. Come on, man. Y'all don't even do your own hair, fellas. Back then, we had girls used to wear cornrows with bow rats in their 20s, nigga. Going on the motherfucking hair salon. They was getting their hair done on the steps. Old school shit. Burn the tip with the lighter shit. Now y'all fellas, y'all young niggas gotta give them $500-$600 for weed. They only.
So I guess my question for you, Erica, when do you feel like the dramatic change was where people's dating preference and just their taste on what they like and what they needed to be happy absolutely changed? Do you feel like you can put an actual year on it, or do you just feel like it was kind of really just social media? Because I always make that joke where it's like, damn, how did we go from just for your birthday, all you wanted to do was buy the picture booth out at the CFE to now I got to go take pictures with giraffes and stuff?
I'm gonna say, well, I can't pinpoint a year, but I'm gonna say social media. When social media was started showing people, or you know what I'm saying, that's why I felt like it took a turn, because they saw people doing different things outside of just like you said. They want to take trips. They don't want to just go to the park, walk around. They want to do more.
Cause that is like, I'm really thinking about it. Like, dog, you know how much crazy, like, dog, I used to get crazy boxing. My passenger door didn't even open. And the girl never cared, would be happy as hell to just slide right across. Like, I had my little Crown Vic and the door wouldn't open, and she'll be happy to slide across the seat and sit right there in the front. But it's like now, it's like literally like you feel like now you can't even come with, it's just like you damn near feel like you can't even drive a car that's 10 years old, because it's like, oh, you drive that? Like what? Like, man, I'm not gonna lie, times have changed so crazy where it's like, damn, dog, like how did it change that dramatic where it's like you go completely from, like, when he just was saying that, I first seen that video, I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I really used to just get crazy. Like, that used to be a thing. Like, you got a Crown Vic or you got a, like this, you in your 20s. Like, it just went like, these are the same, like you were an adult and you was okay with getting hit in a box Chevy or a box Caprice or a Bubble and this, that, and the third. Like, a car had just some rims and a paint job and you was cool. And then it was just like, it just made a complete dramatic change where it's like, American cars ain't even cool no more.
Day and era. You got to think. I mean, shit. Times change. When you just think about it, when you went to prom or whatever, going in a limo or whatever the case may be, was the it thing. But you talking about
my
now?
God, no way. Oh, my bad. There's no way in hell that the Lunar Owls lost, dog.
That's what's the name of them?
That's Nafisa Colley and Scott Dixon in the team. They lost 73-70. Oh man, damn, that's all right. Shout out to Teresa Witherspoon. That's tight. They end up winning the Jones 73-70. That's crazy. So it's gonna be Teresa. Well, Angel Reese ain't playing, but it's the Rose versus the Vinyl tomorrow at 7. Well, by the time y'all listen to it, because she messed her wrist up again. I hope she play. I mean, for their sake, they need her. I mean, for the league, they need her to play. Because that's why I wasn't even geeking to watch it. I was just looking at the score, and they was losing at one point in time, and they end up coming back. And damn, and Luna Owls lost, so they go that 7 year. They lost 73-70. Yeah, but times have just changed like super crazy when it comes to the dating situation. Like, that's nuts.
It showed people something different, something they've never seen before.
But it's like, how do you erase what you knew though? It's like you completely just. I'm just done. I erased all of that.
And then times, like you said, times as well. All of that plays a factor into it. Why would I go back?
Because it kind of but it's just like if something made me happy before, it's like, okay, perfect example. You can kind of tie that into like video games where it's like, as a man, where it's like, of course, you'll hear women like, I don't like no dudes playing no video games. So you even, and the crazy thing is, as a man, sometimes like if you don't really know this woman, you may not never really tell her, like if a girl be like, oh, what you doing? And I'm playing the game. I probably never said, I'm like, oh, I may lie, say I'm doing something else. And I could be doing two things at once. And that's what I do. And that's how I even really got to end up playing video games again, because I'm editing YouTube videos. So it's like, okay, while I'm letting this video, while I'm listening to figure out what spots I'm gonna play, I'm in the midst of listening and figuring out how I'm gonna edit, I'm playing the game. But I may not sit here and say it because people are so judgmental to a game. But if you just see most men how happy they are playing the game, is damn it. I almost want to sit here and say sometimes you may see, it depends on the team they made, their actual sports team, but you may see more men have happiness in just actually playing the video game than necessarily sitting here saying watching their own team play. But so many people will judge it and kind of be like, so it's just like, that's why when you sit here saying times change and how do you go back, but that happiness that you found as a kid playing video games, it still never leaves your body as an adult. Like LeBron James is a billionaire. You sit here and see, like, if you ever see them clips of him going viral with him playing the video games with just him and his homies, he's a 40-year-old man, a billionaire, and he still be super excited just the same way as like if he had one of his kids' games or he had his own whatever going on for one of his teammates, the same way when he play a video game. So it's like, I don't never think if something used to make me happy, I don't necessarily know if it completely leaves me. Because I think if you just I
think that's the what you looking at it as, you looking at it as the guy. But as a female, it's just like, all right, if you had this, well, he was picking me up in the bubble or whatever. But then I start talking to Bill, who's picking me up in the Benz, and we going to Tyson's and all this, boom, boom, boom. You're not gonna sit here, oh, I'm gonna go back to Mikey ass in that damn bubble, and all we doing is going to McDonald's. Because you've seen the better things. And I feel like that's more now because so much stuff is accessible now. Because you got to think about it, even when us coming up, going to Red Lobsters was like going to Ruth Chris at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like at that time, you didn't know nothing about that.
Okay, but just even, you know, it's so funny because in this, and I'm glad you brought that up though. But even still, and this is what used to piss me off, where Shorty that I used to go to with all the little 5-star restaurants, we would always sit here and say our favorite restaurant was Green Turtle. And that's why I'm like, brother, why the fuck do we got to keep going to these other, we going to these other things for other people for the visual, but you tell me like actually like, damn, I feel I got the itis, I'm full, and you ain't spend nothing but maybe $80. And you spent $80 at Green Turtle, that means you drunk as hell and you done ate crazy in it. You done got endless wings, you done got endless French fries, you done asked for extra crab dip and all of that. So it's just like, it's gonna like, to me, that just that feeling, and you just like, and we talking about unhealthy stuff, go to Green Turtle and really eat in there for real, bro. You can feel the entire diabetes, your high blood pressure and everything going through your body. Like, I know the difference between when you eating bad, eat that shit and you're gonna feel like you full, but you're going to feel horrible, so sluggish, and it's just like, but it feels so good. So that's just my point, is like, that food is still good. I still would rather, if you sit here and say, if I had to choose, I've been to all them 5-star restaurants, I would still rather go to Green Turtle. But guess what? Where the dating pool is, they won't allow you to go to Green Turtle.
Depends on who you taking.
I mean, and I can tie that into it's this clip, and this nigga's so corny, but I'm gonna play this clip because it kind of go hand in hand with
Put you on some game. What you think Valentine's Day for? See, listen, y'all is getting y'all girls Valentine's Day stuff, right? But I'm doing it a strategy. If I go buy something for a girl, it's not for the girl, it's for Kevo. It's for the girls to see that I bought all these flowers, or I bought you a car.
That's promotion, man.
So now all the girls are, oh my God, they telling their boyfriends, you see what he did for his girl? Then they become on your
right.
See, you have to always have a strategy of this, which I know caught on. That's why you see when stuff come around the shade room, oh, this girl just bought a car for her, and he just bought a car. That's all strategy to get better.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because
that's
they like,
better bait.
It's like this. It's like, damn, my boyfriend ain't do for me. We just took me to Smoothie King.
And then they see you out like, I saw you what you did for girl. You
exactly
playing about your woman.
Then you like,
I do it for you too, baby. What's up?
You like, what's your number?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? You got hit with that. Like, yeah, what's your number?
Yeah. I do it better, bigger with you, baby.
I'll show Addy real quick. I'm gonna say you something.
Oh, off the rip?
Yeah, man. Look, this how you do it. You know, because you got an assistant. Hey, bro. Look, send her some flowers real quick, girl. This is shit 2000. Send her some flowers real quick. Whoop. Oh my God, I got the flowers. You got them. Oh, yeah, look. All right, don't talk to her. Just cut. Boom.
Just let it marinate.
Marinate. Like, let me put you on some game.
Listen, I'm not mad at it, but that shit is corny. And that's just
but
my point.
But you can't say that. But that is what he said was make perfect sense. When they post this stuff, you posted it just to show, oh, this is what he did for you, right?
Of course.
And pretty much you're just giving him free advertisement for the next one.
Of course.
And then, like I said, so if you don't post it, then nobody know that you got it.
No, of course. So, but and guess what? This and what he's listen to what I'm saying. What he is saying is the truth. And what he's saying is the truth. But it's corny on everybody's behalf. It's corny, but you know for a fact that you can do it, and it's going to be bait. Like listen, I'm not a reasonable. Listen, what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here saying I haven't done what he did. I've even experienced. Like I had a run. Like after I stopped talking to Shorty, I probably had at least a 2-year run where women was just giving me box who seen the way I was tricking off on her. So it was getting close to girl. Like I was hitting so many broads when it was getting close to their birthday because they seen what I did for her birthday. So they was thinking. But you don't realize, nigga, me and this girl been together for how long and how many times we did stuff that didn't get posted. You think that you just about to give me some pussy because your birthday 2 days, like, oh, my birthday next week, let me give him some box. And you think, it's not going to, like, how dumb do you think I am? That's not going to happen. I'm going to take this box and I'm going to keep it moving. And you can be like, hey, then you're going to feel some type of way. And then you're going to eventually come back around and say, oh, I thought you was going to, no, that was my girlfriend. You just gave me some cheeks because your birthday was around the corner. And that's just my point. Like, it's just dumb. Like, man, bro, this world is messed up, dog. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I understand it. Like the whole Trump thing is really kicking people in the ass. But sometimes I'd be like, bro, how we got to kind of get back to just regular people before social media got our brain just thinking like in a ridiculous place.
I think you've never. That's long gone.
Only reason why I say I don't believe that is because I feel like you kind of got people a little sense of normalcy during the pandemic. Like I felt like people kind of like for a second people were kind of like. Again, that's why I always talk about the pandemic because I feel like people were kind of almost acting like humans a little bit.
No, you were spending more during the pandemic because it wasn't your money. You was getting free money, so you were spending that more. So that's what I'm saying. I don't what is normal, and people are expecting to get them checks again. That's why I say I don't see you going back. What would be normal?
I think people go back to normal because it just. I think things is getting too expensive. Where I think people don't have no choice but to go back to normal.
Who will be normal? Sitting in the house? Like that's what you're saying?
I'm not saying. No, I ain't even saying he ain't sitting back in the house. But even just like dog sitting here being okay with going to the regular movie theaters with just the red recliner seats. Like you don't got to have a way to come to you at the movie theater. That's like to me is regular stuff. Going to a regular restaurant where it don't got to be a 5-star restaurant. Sitting here going to sporting events, but you ain't got to be on the floor. Like I'm okay with sitting here in the middle of the arena. Or shit, if I'm really geeking to go to the game, I'm okay with sitting in the nosebleed.
But
that to me is normal stuff, and that's again why we see.
But I think that's why I say where you from or where you at, it might not be normal. Because like I said, I was the other day when I was sitting there looking for the Kendrick Lamar tickets, like even for coming here, the tickets are more expensive than going to Philly or Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? Like going to other places. So that's why I say I feel like I don't see people like, oh, I'm a cut back. I feel like you just got to find other ways to use it.
As long as you got men that's going to keep doing it and offering that up. It's not going to go back to normal. Why would it? When it's somebody that's willing to do what you don't want to do.
No, for sure. I mean,
and that's why, because that's like, all right, well, damn, I want to go out. I ain't never been, all right, well, I could take you to such and such. We can go to Philly up the, you know what I'm saying? Like I can ride up the road. We can go to this nice restaurant. It's probably cheaper than you sitting here going down to downtown eating.
I mean, I hear y'all. And even, I guess, and we can kind of even tie that into when we just see him saying like, people just, we live in the times where everybody kind of just run to the money thing. So, I mean, of course, we talked about the story last week of Lil Ronnie and his daughter, his 5-year-old daughter, losing their life in Fort Worth, Texas, getting gunned down at the car wash. So, of course, his baby moms had a few videos that went viral that kind of rubbed people the wrong way. One of them was the original jump. She was in the house with her friends, and then she was just talking reckless and talking crazy. And then the other one was, it was the balloon service. They was doing the balloon, letting the balloons go, whatever the case may be. And I think it was like, and it kind of like, I mean, during the daytime, it seemed like it was a little bit more family friendly because some of the kids that went to the school with her daughter, like the little white girl who made the video that went viral, she was there with her dad. And it was like, it seemed like those pictures was a little bit more civilized. And people was like, oh, then it seemed like when it got nighttime, that's when it kind of got cracking, and she out there with the money phone. And I'm talking about like, and people were dragging her because they had, of course, they had a GoFundMe for it, like to bury her kid. So even in that response where I seen people dragging her to hell, and then her response might not been had motion, whatever the case may be. This ain't no GoFundMe money. And the people was like, all right, well, cool. If you been had motion, then what did you need to GoFundMe for? And again, because I've been around enough rappers, and this is a rapper's baby moms, somebody could have gave her that money because I'm sure, I don't live in Texas. And that's why I said this even when I made this video. I'm like, I don't live in Texas, so I'm sure she gets to hear and see more things that's even just how people, because people out of it's not in Texas may give her a little bit more grace because we don't know the real backstory to none of this beef or what's really going on in their city and how it even got to this point. So, but I'm sure like in her flexing the money, it was probably her people clowning her saying, oh, you had your baby father was a rapper, what you had to get a GoFundMe for. But I'm sure 9 times out of 10, he ain't, I'm not about to make it seem like I could tell you a song from him like he was some superstar rapper. Like this we ain't about to make it like this was like Big Sean or Meek Mills or somebody create like a household name where people know them all over the world. That's not the case. So I can understand where it's like, okay, he may just be a local rapper. He, like, again, when we talk about rappers just be flashing money, and that's just one of those things in the black community where it's like, as soon as you get in an argument with people in the times that we live in now, it's like you feel like the flex is to show money. And now you could tell even in her response where you could tell like, bro, this girl just don't know how to grieve. Like she just don't like her. She probably got so many different raw emotions pulling her each and every way. Cause it's like, I'm trying to play tough for the internet, but I can hear through you trying to play. Cause I can only like most of us. And the reason why people even in the comment section was like, everybody grieve differently. And you kind of trying to throw her some, cause nobody can imagine have to watch your 5-year-old get gunned down. Even though that you wasn't dead because you couldn't avoid those videos. I didn't go looking for that video last week, but I seen the video. If you was on social media long enough, it's going to come down the timeline. So I'm sure she's seen it, and she actually live in that city. So you can't even avoid them. When they was trying to catch the boys, they sitting here showing the videos and zooming in, trying to get their faces on the regular news. So that's something that you couldn't even realistically, you couldn't avoid that stuff. So I'd imagine her just kind of lashing out and trying to, I guess, be tough for the internet, where it was like you could just tell that she still just don't really know how to deal with those raw emotions. So I kind of felt bad for her. It was like, I see what people will feel some type, especially if you actually donated to the GoFundMe. I can see what somebody may feel some type of way. But if you're looking at it with just like some common decency and you kind of just understand how people in the black community behave, you get that it's like, it's a money thing. Like, it's just like people feel like, okay, oh, somebody call you broke. The first thing you want to show them, oh, I got more than you. So you flexing with the money. And the scary thing to me was like, bro, y'all out there doing a balloon ceremony thing, and you got to have security guards with guns the same size as Bow Wow. That to me was like, dang, you don't even necessarily know if you should have been out there if you got to move like that. So it was just like listening, like watching that. I felt bad for her. Like I didn't like, to me, I was more disgusted with the girl who from Detroit who was twerking, in a house with her friends with the homeless situation, then more with this girl flashing the money. Because I feel like the girl flashing the money is like, she's really hurt and don't know how to deal with it. And she feel like being tough for social media is her way to kind of like make it seem like she didn't allow people to get the best of her.
But that's my only thing with that situation is, and like I said, we don't know, but just if you even listening or even seen a couple of clips, it's like, all right, well, you getting that money from him doing what he was doing, and that's why he had ops. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I don't necessarily know if he was doing anything in the streets. He may just been a, because I thought he was saying he was robbing. He was robbing the gambling spots or whatever.
Oh, I ain't see that.
Yeah, because that's why I think he made that video about, oh, you won't come around, whatever. I think that's what he was. They was. That's what they was known for.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that part. I didn't. So I don't know. That's why I said I don't know. I honestly don't know, and that's why I said I legit honestly don't know. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't see that one, so I realistically don't know. But again, that just to me for her was kind of just like, I just feel like you're responding to so, and the sad thing is because you're probably responding to people locally, and then because this story was so big nationally that people are judging you for something that they don't know the whole full backstory to, and that's why I won't be judgmental on her with it, because like I don't know what she really going through, and I can only imagine how she feel like that was her kid, bro. Like,
but that's my thing. I feel like you shouldn't let people push you to that way where you feel like you have to show off to prove a point. Because
that's just. But Marcus, again, that's black people just on social media in general.
But that's a sad part because, like I said, funerals are not cheap. Burying somebody is not cheap. So for you to sit here and say, "Oh, well, I got this money," then but we have a GoFundMe, like that's not something that's not a flex. Like you, at the end of the day, it looks bad on you because like what you didn't have insurance, you didn't have health, you didn't have life insurance. That looks bad on your part as when it comes to parenting.
Of course.
So that's what I'm saying. So for somebody to say, "Oh, you broke, you ain't got no money," that's why you got the GoFundMe, and then you trying to show there's money. Oh, but you need to sit here. You should have had that already in place. So for you to sit here and show that money, like, all right, well, you show me that money, but where's the funeral? Did you pay for such and such? You know.
So, but again, that goes back to the conversation we was even originally having, even with the Gabby Tito situation. It's like sometimes people be. I was telling this girl this the other day. It was like sometimes I be feeling like I'm not a real adult because I don't have kids. Because I feel like when you have kids, that responsibility level makes you a real adult. Because I can pay bills. That don't make you an adult. You just know. Okay, you just know I got to pay this bill every month. This the kid. That don't make you an adult. The way a parent have to show up for their kids. No matter what, the way you got to sit here and know, like, I gotta have this money to be able to do this for my kids, for this, that, and we ain't even talking about materialistic. We're talking about just like what you see and saying, health insurance and whatever materials they need for school, or when summertime come around, where I'm gonna put my kids at for those things. You have to be prepared for as an adult, and I feel like that level is like a different level of being an adult, where sometimes people see and say, yeah, you're an adult just because of an age. I don't think age makes you an adult or make you grown. I think your life experiences is what actually make you grown and what make you an adult. The way you have to show up when you probably feel like I realistically can't. I don't know how I'm showing up, but I'm still showing up. Like that to me would make somebody a real an adult. And I think sometimes even with her response, I felt like it was childish because realistically, you maybe not be mentally mature enough to be an adult at that level. Like I think, yeah, you got a kid, but then sometimes some people don't allow their kid to help them grow up. And you can kind of tell by her response with everything, where it was like every response she had was floating around on social media last week, and you could just tell it was somebody who was hurt and really just don't know how to deal with their emotions, and they're trying to deal with their emotions in real time via social media. So you reading whatever, like if I'm on TikTok live or I'm on Instagram live, you read, and this is the thing about being on social media. Somebody on the comment, everybody else can say something positive, but what's gonna stick out to you is that one person to say something negative. Now you really to crash out. It don't matter. We still gonna da. And that's how her response was every time. Like she didn't have no real genuine moments where she got to see it and literally just cry and just be in pain. All her jumps was like, it was just super turned up, and it was like, and that's why people was being so judgmental to her, because it's like, damn, bro, like, didn't you just lose a kid? Why you so piped up like you ready to sit here and go crash out? And I don't necessarily, that may be her real emotions, to be honest. So like I said,
how much do we really value social media? I think that's the problem. We value social media more than we do real life. Because how it may look on social media compared to how it is in real life.
So many people spend so much time on social media. Most people spend more time on social media than they probably spend in real life with social media attached. I'm like, yeah, you may go on. Like, think about how many people, even when we talk about when you like, man, people be at work and don't be working. Think about how many people be at work, but majority of your time is on social media. Like people be so attached to that, but still like, and because again, a lot of people live on the I want to prove something wrong. I want to prove people who was doubting me or who didn't believe in me. I want to prove them wrong, or somebody who broke up with me and I'm in the gym and I'm trying to impress somebody. Like people live for those moments. So, and that kind of always all play out via social media.
But then that's why I say to even like you say nowadays, how things have changed and how you look at things. Your value, that's why I say, do you really believe everything that you see on social media? Because it could be somebody, but is it true though? Because like I said, you can have somebody,
but you won't know it's true until you get around somebody who's been faking for social media, and then you realize, oh, that's not their real life.
But that's what. But even we could take it back to you. Even you talking about the girl earlier. It's just like, all right, looking on social media, her little vlog and all that. Like, oh, we happily in love, boom, boom, boom. We doing this. Oh, we on the road traveling. But then behind closed doors, he's beating on you. He's
of course, and the crazy thing, and that's what people was even saying on the Netflix show when they were like in the episode 3 when they were like playing people's like response like via TikTok or via YouTube. That's what people were saying. Like, damn, it's so crazy. Every time as a couple, they were showing up, they were happy in their van, and they were smiling, and it seemed like they was in love, and they was really enjoying the experience on traveling. But then, like you said, when they cut the cameras off, he realized putting his hands on this girl and beating her, and she's crying to her parents and everybody else, whoever will listen to her cry. So that's my point, and that's how most people live on social media. But then most people try to block that out, where it's like, that ain't gonna be me though.
So okay, then my question would be: do you think people will be living these lives if you really had to like show ID? You really had to show you like who you really are. Like, if for you to log on to this what's name, you really had to like, all right, scan my ID type, like this where I'm living at, this how I'm, you know what I'm saying? Would people be still portraying it? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of people, I feel like they put more front on social media because you don't know what really going on behind closed doors.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, I don't know. I think some people may just not even get on social media no more. I think that will be,
that will control it.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. Some people may just try so hard to sit here and can still be, I can still live wherever and maybe just on my, and don't gotta, and can't eat nothing but oodles and noodles because I'm paying to live certain places. Like, I think some people will make sacrifices to still be able to front via social media because so many people put so much emphasis on how they show up via social media. Like, I respect the people who just show up every day and just like, I'm just posting just because I can, because I don't care. I don't take it that serious. And those be the people who post every day. I'm talking about posting itself. I ain't talking about posting memes. Because some people feel like, well, I post memes every day. No, I'm talking about people who literally will go in the gym, mix, match clothes, and whatever the case may be. Don't got no matching suits. Their workout clothes don't match, but they still on social media every day posting themselves working out. Well, I'm doing it. I'm showing up, whatever the case may be. Especially like when people really got a real weight loss. Like, this is a girl I follow on Threads, and the crazy thing is she do porn. But she show up on that joint every day and be just like, her outfits be looking weak. But she don't care. She in it every day. Hey, I'm 27 days in strong. I'm trying to make it to my first 30 days straight into the gym. But those are people who are genuinely sitting here trying, like, I'm posting just to hold myself accountable. I'm not posting trying to impress you. If I know for a fact that, hey, I'm building a just even not even sitting here saying I'm building followers, I'm building a community because I'm showing up every day, and me and these people that work out every day, we sitting here building a community. I think everybody use social media different, but I do think a lot of times people try to just do too much front facing for social media. And I guess while we're talking about that, I can kind of tie that into LiAngelo Ball. He bought his new girl, and again, it's when we talk about social media and how people treat stuff on social media, because of course LiAngelo Ball bought his girlfriend a G-Wagon. And this is again when some people try to do too much for social media. It was like, all right, he bought her the G-Wagon, and then the first thing his baby moms do is like, oh, I got that on my wrist, and her the new dude she dating, and he just trying to take a dump on him. Like, bro, it's a G, like, you know how many people can't afford a G-Wagon, and y'all trying to make it like it's a stunting contest where it's like, oh, it don't matter, that watch I bought her cost more than that G-Wagon. But I'm gonna play this clip of some girl who sit here and say she had that G-Wagon custom made for her.
I'm just gonna go public because I need help, and I need help fast. So in November of 2023, I stepped out on faith and I ordered my custom G-Wagon. For many years, I have been trying to just buy them online and different things. And, you know, it always fell through because I wasn't ready. So I said, I'm just going to order it. So I ordered it in November of 2023, and it was scheduled to come in June of 2024, my birthday month. However, it got delayed, and they said your car got converted to a 2025. So basically, I had to wait a whole nother year. I had to reorder it in August of 2024. I got on the allocation list, and they told me that it would be here in March. So I was getting all my money together. I work in the music industry. I'm an artist. You know, I get money in the music industry. So I was getting all my stuff together, and the car came early, okay? The car came in February, and I was not ready. I was not ready. The boat was getting close to America. I was panicking. Point is, the car came to the dealership February 26th. They told me if you do not pay for the car. In 72 hours, we will open up the vehicle for public sale, meaning another person has an opportunity to buy your car. I was doing everything to get all of the money because I didn't want to finance it, I didn't want to lease it, and I didn't want to get other people involved in the transaction. However, the car sat there for about a week and a half, and then somebody came and bought it. Who bought it? LiAngelo Ball, the rapper, Jello. Hey, song's fire. Congrats. JV deal, $13 million. Fantastic. I was super thrown off that basically my car got bought that I had been waiting on for so long, but I could find some gratitude in the fact, and I was that at least the person who bought it is somebody in the music industry, right? I knew how to get to them. I had my attorney reach out to his attorney. Boom. Like we were doing all that. And this all happened 2 days ago. He bought the car Thursday, March 13th. It's Saturday, March 15th. Okay. My plan was to pitch LiAngelo to let me buy my car back cash. I just needed a few weeks. At the end of the day, that car doesn't mean as much to him as it does to me because I built that thing from A to Z. That's my design. And to him, it just looks cool. So maybe he wouldn't have any attachment to it and he'd be willing to just sell it back to me. Boom. Okay, then I find out basically gifted the car to a young woman. Now, again, congratulations. I'm so happy you were gifted a G-Wagon. However, from my perspective, that's my car.
It ain't your car.
I am trying to reach this young woman. I'm trying to reach this young woman and let her know what's going on. This is bigger than just the car. I have an event coming up in May called Pearl Energy's Grand Giesta in Bel Air. It's a mansion party. I'm inviting all my family and friends to celebrate me getting the car. It's like, I didn't necessarily plan for the thing to go this way, but the good part is at least I know where it's at. It's here in LA. It's with somebody of decent character. If you guys could please help me out, please go to her Instagram and comment. Please check your DM from @PearlEnergy. I'm getting y'all involved. I need help in order for her to see this is bigger than just an everyday transaction. I am trying.
So listen to what I'm saying. That's a good
social media.
That is my point. I'm glad this was probably one of my best transitions in a long time because this go perfect example into what we was just talking about. And that's my point where it's like people like you gotta even just think about what she was saying. Like I ain't never tried to buy a G-Wagon, so I don't even know. But my whole point is that you sit here and you made a car, you did all of this for a car you didn't even have the money, you wasn't even ready to fully buy it. Like, and for you to have to do all of that, you don't realistically you shouldn't even be trying to get that car.
That's crazy.
Like for you to have to go through all of this is just like, bro, get another car. Like this car is obviously out of your tax bracket. Like you could.
And at the end of the day, you said it was going to be here by March. February is only 28 days. So what the hell? I mean, they called you on the 26th. March is right around the corner.
That's my.
You ain't had the money from the get go.
Like you sitting here saying you was thinking like you had a whole.
I didn't want to finance it. You should have financed it then.
Yeah, that's my point.
I don't get that, and that's why I said just up how people just take social media. Like, no, you didn't have to tell us this.
No, listen, no, I'm cool that she told us this because this just proves my point of it, how much people try to do too much for social media. People try to live and present themselves at a lifestyle because people don't want to just come up as, hey, this is just my authentic self. This is who I am. This is just me raw in the flesh, and you got to just get me as I am. People feel like I got to show up in a whole different way. Like, bro, who you was about to throw a party for buying a car? Like, bro, listen how crazy that's.
It sounds even more crazy to me because they customize your car that you didn't put no money down on at all. That's kind of crazy to me. You had to put something down. Now, if you put something down, then I get it. You didn't have the money to paying it off. But if you tell me they built this car from scratch or whatever the case may be,
I don't know how to put I don't know how G-Wagons work, but obviously they didn't have no problem with selling this. As soon as she couldn't come up with the bread, they put it on the joint and it was gone. So I don't even know how it necessarily worked, but that's just my point of like, bro, you're just doing too much. This is just like this whole story is all drawn out and long because you were trying to live above your means. Well, you could have just thugged it out. Whatever you got going on and you feel like you could even get close to be able to have the bread for it, then why not just buy another car that wasn't going to stress you out like this? Now you on the internet just like, And then people, of course, you can't wait to see him because if you are a fan of seeing people, you try to like rain on somebody's parade, and I'm seeing like, of course, you know, his baby mom's gonna be high you or whatever. Like it's not like it ain't his fault.
Rain on her parade because shit, she ain't pay for it either.
Yes, I mean, it's
you should have got you a ball.
Yeah. What else is going on? Oh, yeah, because we talking about social media.
I don't know what law student needs to hear this, but stop trying to be an influencer.
Oh, real quick before I play this, because we talked about this last week, because I'm tying this in because we talked about social media, but also last week we talked about how you could lose your job for what you post on social media, because we talked about it was tied into the young lady who was twerking on the airplane, and then we also kind of tied that in to the police officer. So with all that being said, I'm going to play this clip of this lawyer on TikTok and let her tell her story on why you should be careful on what you post on social media.
I don't know what law student needs to hear this, but stop trying to be an influencer. You did not go to law school, get your degree, pay hundreds of $1,000s to risk your legal reputation on TikTok. Specifically, if you are going into big law, you should really reconsider making a bunch of legal content and trying to be an influencer, because these two professions do not mix at all. Especially women of color. Like, I keep seeing big law associates, specifically Black women, get fired for their TikToks. And it's like, again, you did not spend all this money, get all this legal knowledge to become an influencer. It is not worth it. And I'm Gen Z. I'm 25. I'm an attorney. I work at a big law firm. I've been on social media since I was 6 years old. Don't risk your reputation.
And that's my point. And that goes where sometimes it's like we live in a world where people are like, you trying to be too greedy. Like she just said, bro, you didn't spend all this bread to become a lawyer, and that you trying to be a TikTok creator. Like, what are we talking about, dog? Like, that be my point. Of just like, you people be trying to double dip and trying to do too goddamn much. Like, bro, be a lawyer and get the fuck out somebody else's way and allow other people to sit here and do what they doing. Are you trying to do like you becoming? If you was let's be real. If you are a lawyer and you become popular on TikTok, what does that benefit you? It don't benefit you nothing. It's
No,
not
I do. No. But now my only thing is if you're what your influence and what you're trying to present, like, oh, I'm trying to tell you the laws and all this, then cool. Because what is the difference between a attorney Big Al having a commercial on every radio station, or you know what I'm saying, coming up with the wild commercials? It's advertisement. So that's what I'm saying. Now, if that's why I say I feel like if you're using your influence, and
okay, but okay, I'm gonna tell you what the difference is right now. I'm gonna tell you the difference. The difference is attorney Big Al, he owns his law firm. She's talking to people who are trying to get a job. So realistically, let's be clear. No, most law firms are gonna be some uppity bougie white person who owns this law firm, or even some uppity bougie Black person, or whatever race this person is. 9 times out of 10, if you own a law firm, you ain't thinking about no goddamn TikTok.
You're not thinking about TikTok, but that's why I say I wonder what is it really going against? Because are you breaking, like, are you telling like when you doing, like, are you doing like, oh, this how you get over? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you actually doing on influence wise? Because if I'm just telling you the laws and like, all right, well, you know, such and such can happen this case if you go present this, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, because I'm telling you what people 9 times out of 10 what most law firms gonna do. They gonna do most law firms. Let's say if I own a law firm, they gonna treat you like 76er fans treat Paul George, where it's like you don't need to be podcasting, you need to sit here and focus on playing basketball. And I'm sure if I'm let's just sit here and say,
hold on, but a lot of people are using social media now to get more clients or whatever. You know, that's why.
Yeah, if you own your own law firm, cool.
But that's what I'm saying. But if I can see, if I get a young person, that's like, okay, let's use Kim Kardashian for example, right? Now, of course, you're not going to use Kim because what her name attachment was. But if she was just a regular, just influencer, Kim Kardashian, whatever, she was just on Instagram and all that. But you're like, damn, she got this following. So if she's promoting, if I got her under my law firm, I can get more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah and no, because you got to think about the most lawyers who got popular on because it's so. Let's just use ASAP Rocky lawyer, or let's use Johnny Cochran, or even whatever the dude is. The shit, even look how it can backfire on you, because then you become so popular where it's like attorney Ben Crump. Like where every time, like somebody, like when I said it and shit, who said it? Joe Budden said it on Saturday. I've been said it though, but he called him an ambulance chaser, because for most people, it's like Dicker, why you every time something happen, you right there? So it's like it can work in your favor, or even just like the dude Tony Busby right now with the Jay-Z thing is like, social media can benefit you, and then it can hinder you. But like I said, with somebody like Johnny Cochran got popular because he beat a case. So it's even the same way with the white girl who was the lawyer for King Von and Lil Durk. She got popular because of her looks. She not on social media. She got popular. Think about the other girl who got kicked off of the YSL case because it was a the white woman who got kicked off because in all her videos she rapping and throwing up gang signs and all that. They took her off the case. So that's why I'm sitting here saying
something like that. Now that's what I'm saying. Something like that where you're still living your lifestyle and you're supposed to be in a professional way. Then I get that. Like, all right, you need to stay off social media.
Most people don't know how to cut the two off.
But that's what I'm saying. But see, when she said that, when she put it down for women and she said mostly black, I'm thinking you are using your yes, I am a lawyer, but then you also trying to be sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I kind of feel like.
Listen to him, but that's
why I kind of took it as. But that's what I took it as. So I can get it on that part where a law firm you seen it's like, oh, she just trying to sell sex type. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it.
But even sometimes I get what she's saying. Like, if sometimes the people on there trying to give too much law advice, lawyers don't give up law advice for free.
Right? No, law advice. Now I don't need a lawyer.
Exactly.
Yeah, and but so
if you work for a law firm, if I owned a law firm, I wouldn't want my employees to be on social media giving out free advice. But then what do you need me for?
But if I'm attracted, but that's what I'm saying. But if I'm attracted people to come to you because all right, I know this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. I feel like
you might give them what they need.
But okay, yes, that is true. But how many times will you see a situation where like, all right, I read this whole what's name. Now I'm gonna beat this case without a lawyer. That's not in the course. That shit don't work.
People, nigga, why I said what he just did it? He was defending himself. He was his own attorney. He fired his attorneys.
But that was more of I feel like that was more of a catch, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that situation. Because like I said, I can use it personally for myself. It's just like when you sitting here, like, all right, when somebody tell you the price, oh, this is my price for whatever represents you to be there, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, nah, I'm not about to sit here and pay this much for. You know what I'm saying? Like everything good, I could just go in there off. You know what I'm saying I got such and such, and then I guess you know what I'm saying, like a mall shop, and then you get spec because you didn't have a lawyer. That's what I'm saying. I feel like how you presented it. It might hit
it's just the way you taking it. You looking at it thinking like, oh, she just trying to be a lawyer and giving out advice with her titties halfway out. This girl was fully. You couldn't even see her. No, I know her shoulders up. You couldn't see what she looked like. She in a car too, but she just I'm sure she didn't make this video just out of the thin air. I'm sure she's experienced somebody telling her you may need to chill if you want a real job or you want to become a real lawyer. You probably need to chill with the social media stuff. Become somebody first before you sit here trying to become somebody on social media, because you're trying to become a actual lawyer and you want, again, when we talked about the police officer last week, some jobs you want people to take you seriously where it's not going to benefit you, dog. Where it's like if you having a podcast where it's not realistically, or you trying to build your popularity via social media and you're trying to build your career, some careers you cannot teeter the two. Some people can get away with it, some people can't.
Oh, so in this day and age, is it really? I mean, because like when you say that, it's just like, all right, with the pastors and all that, like you got to have
but perfect. Look at that. Even with the pastors, some niggas know how to do it good, and some of them don't. I follow enough pastors, and some of them you can tell they trying too fucking hard to get something to stick on social media, and some people it's just genuinely who they are. Bro, look at Jamal Bryant. He has did a complete 360. Again, when it's not, dog, you can't listen to what I'm telling you. Black women will try so hard to bash this nigga. This nigga has shined. He has literally pulled a LeBron James down 3-1 to the Warriors. I'm telling, like, the way he, like, I listen to what I'm telling you. I swear to, it was so funny. I swear to God, a girl DM me a Jamal Bryant clip the other day, and I said, "Dog, you the same person just a year or so ago told me that you don't listen to him because he's a cheater, and now you sitting here sending me fucking messages he had. He did a complete 360 on his jump. Everybody ain't built for social media. Everybody don't know how to use it to their advantage. Yes, because you got one, don't mean you got to use it. Everybody got one, don't mean everybody know how to use it. Some people, your shit just gonna fall on deaf ears. It's never gonna trickle down for you. It's endless radio shows who record their shows and record their stuff, put it up on social media. It's not the Breakfast Club. Everybody do it. KYS do it. It's not the Breakfast Club. L'Oreal was working at KYS before she went to wherever she doing in Atlanta now. When she was at KYS, you didn't see all her stuff, her interviews.
She's still on KYS.
Well, they probably broadcasting it, but it ain't this KYS studio. And then when every time the videos go viral, it ain't KYS behind it.
Yeah, she's still on KYS.
Yeah, they just broadcasting. But what I'm just saying, I'm mad for the brand. If I actually own KYS, it would do me more benefit if every time she go viral, it was a WKYS sign behind her. The same way anytime the Breakfast Club go viral, it's a Breakfast Club sign behind her. It's a difference.
Okay. When you stay on that part, but a lot of them, like even like with the Ricky Smiley, I don't think it's because it's just Ricky Smiley, right? It's not the actual radio station, whatever he's hosting, because he's on different radios.
Yeah, I mean, that's because it's him though, because he's Ricky Smiley.
But
He's been doing this before I was born.
But that's what I'm saying. But for L'Oreal, I think it's just more of her, because what is her, the morning hustle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if that's her brand, I feel like long as your brand is up there, then you fine.
I feel like 90% of the people don't even and probably have seen it. We just played a clip of her last week and still don't know what we even talking about.
That's what I say. I've seen her videos go. I've seen her clips and go up and all that. But I because I know I listen to the radio in the morning, and like I said, they be on there. So that's why I'm just saying. Like, when you say you're WKYS, I want to have 93.9. But can you really have that if she is a brand? Because
what you mean? I could still have, if she was actually in a 93.9 studio. If this was when she was let's say she was actually living in the DMV area, she was actually going in the KYS studio, and she still had those same videos going viral. Yeah, she's L'Oreal, but people would know her for where she work at. The same way with Funkmaster Flex is Funkmaster Flex, but when people think of Funkmaster Flex, it's Hot 97. Funkmaster Flex do other shit, but the only shit that people know him for is them freestyles. Where? At Hot 97. He's still Funkmaster Flex.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how a radio station could just claim a personality.
No, because it depends on how the radio station is branding itself. Some people it could be a radio station and you can be the flagship voice for that radio station. When you think
like Quicksilver, I don't think he's known for best being on 93.9, but I don't think you can, because he's on the Baltimore station too. Like both of them get played at the same time.
Yeah.
But you can't sit here and say, "Oh, well, I want you to have this." I want you to have 93.9 on.
If he was probably recording in a 93.9 studio, he could. The same way people work at the DTLR junk. Like them people be on DTLR radio station. Guess what? Every time you know why they on there, because you see the DTLR logos all behind them. So if anything go viral in one of these clips or in this video, you gonna see that it's a DTLR show. You can still be the personality. You can be whoever you want, but when that video go viral, nigga, you can be promoting my stuff. I ain't about to sit here and just let it be just a plain black wall. But we can go into Dr. Umar.
Pull-up season. So let me say this about the baby mama drama. There is a silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal. There's a little piece of silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal. And the little piece of silver lining, Amsterdam Africans send the invite. And that little piece of silver lining in the Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf dishonesty tour, dishonesty and revenge tour, the Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf dishonesty and revenge tour, the only silver lining about it is y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder. Y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder. So I done already sent the message to baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. You have 2 weeks to produce my child, who you've been keeping from me while I've been paying child support. Just like baby mom number 1, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. So baby mama number 2, we talking to Miss Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. She old news. She old crusty news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. That's old crusty news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan, baby mama number 2. You have until the eclipse of March 29th. You have until my Florida A&M University Black Psychology Conference return to produce my baby. If I do not meet and see my child by Saturday, March 29th, Mrs. Vegan, I will be going live and I'm going to tell the whole world information you don't want them to know. And Mrs. Vegan, I don't want to put your business in the streets. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. And I respect you, Ms. Vegan. I respect you. But you are not going to deny me my child anymore. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. No,
I can't listen to too much more of this shit. He throwing me off. But just real quick though, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't necessarily know. I mean, I don't know how. I ain't never been through none of this stuff, so I don't know how it worked. But my only question is, can people Google who his baby moms is now? Like, can they look up his?
Yeah. If he's on child support, yeah, they pull up the case.
Court docs or whatever.
Yeah, Dr. Umar Creep playing a fucking crazy game right now. Like, and the crazy thing is, like, I gave him the benefit of the doubt last week, thinking that this girl could have just been clout chasing, and then come to find out she's telling the God honest truth, and that's crazy. Like, that's crazy.
That's my thing, though. If I was Joe and them, like, you not having this nigga up there right now, right away. And the way you sitting here, you kicked Ish and all them back in for whatever he dating or whatever, but you sitting here behind your kid for how many years now?
Yeah, that was nuts, though.
And you preach all this black queen, that, and your daughter is grown.
You got two baby mothers. Like, nah, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, though. Like,
That's nasty work.
Yeah, that's
nasty work. As much as you be trying to sit here and talk down on people about how they should be living, but you not even sitting here in the same house as your kids.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Well, even
You don't see him. That's
man,
crazy.
come on, dog.
You
Ain't no
go on
way.
social media, like, so if she hadn't come out, you wouldn't care that you don't see.
No, and that part right there. That's the part right there. If your oldest daughter, and that's the crazy, and that's the messed up thing is because everybody last week was like, "Oh, that girl is clout chasing," and now obviously because nobody don't know the real story, and now the more it play out and the heat get up a little bit, and now Dr. Umar basically snitching on himself. So you basically see him saying, if your oldest daughter never made them videos and never came out and said nothing, you would have never thought nothing about this other kid. You've been paying child support. You've been not seeing this kid.
You was okay with it. You was cool with it. So why you coming to social media now?
That's nasty.
Yeah, Dr. Umar living foul, and that's why you gotta be careful.
How you sitting here, you present yourself.
No, not even how you present yourself as people. You got to be careful on the information that you take in and the people that you take information from. Because I'm not.
But how he present himself, as, oh, I'm a man of this. Oh, I do this. I represent this. All this black love, bloom, boom, bloom, boom, bloom. But then at the end of the day, you have a black.
But just what I'm saying, I'm not. Two things I'm not mad at. I'm still not mad at the message that he is pushing. I'm just mad that he is not living the message that he's pushing to his fullest potential. Because I'm not mad at the information he pushing because he's not telling people nothing wrong. Like I'm never going to sit here and be like, oh, he wrong for pushing black love. Like that don't. I mean, that's not. It's still even because that don't necessarily say he could still be a deadbeat and still actually believe in black love because if he still got to.
Yeah, that's crazy. You can't say here saying black love. You had 2 kids. You wasn't even married.
Wait, I mean, they still by black women.
But you were not married. Where's the black love?
You're not even in your kid's life. You don't even care to be in your kid's
life.
No,
of course, and that's the part that's flawed in his conversation. But I'm still not mad at for him still pushing it.
But how do you push black love? You didn't even show the person that you had a child with. You could see the child with. You didn't have love for that person.
I don't know that. I can't. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know how the kid was made, so I can't argue that because I feel that way. I can say that about everybody who's not. You can say that about anybody who got kids and not with their significant other that they had kids no more. They could be like, "Oh, you never loved them people." We argue about that all the time. When I sit here and say, "I don't want you to go get pregnant by somebody before 5 years."
But here's my thing, right? You can say that, bro. But at the end of the day, you saw me with that person, right? You saw we'd had kids. You did not know he had kids at all.
Yeah, but he's still kind of new to a lot of us, though. He's still like, let's just sit here and say if he's 7, if you got hip to Dr. Umar, let's sit here and say the last 7 or 8 years. I mean, like you said, his other daughter, she's 22 years old. I don't necessarily, obviously, by we going off of her story, he never was involved in her life at all. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to come up with excuses for him, but like I said, I'm still not mad at the message that he pushed. I'm not mad at sitting here saying black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I'm not mad at that. Like that still to me is an undefeated line. I still still love when niggas when I play that shit on the Brilliant Idiots. I love that shit. Like anytime I hear Dr. Umar sit here and say snow bunnies, never, because even when other people talk about it, they always bring Dr. Umar. Like even when the Breakfast Club and Charlamagne interviewing somebody and they in a mixed relationship, he'll always be like, Dr. Umar wouldn't approve of that, because people still love that he put that message out there. Now, is he a deadbeat? Of course. I mean, he basically snitching on himself. Cool. It's like we can punch all the hoes in the world on how flawed he showed up as a father, but that still don't necessarily negate the message, because you can still do that same thing. If that's the case, you can do that to Martin Luther King, you can do it to Malcolm X, you can do that to any and everybody.
But here's my thing, right? And I asked you this before, what would be more, seeing him with a white woman, but to sit here and say that you have a black daughter who's raised without her father, and you sit here preaching the black love and what we need in the household, you as a black father, you're not in the household with your queen.
Of course.
So that's my thing. Is just like that. When I say it's not, you can preach all you want, you can say this, but you're not raising your black queen on how she should be treated. That way all trickles down to, because like I said, your daughter is all right. You're not in your daughter's life. You're not showing her what this should be, how you black love, this what you should be appreciative of. Like that's my thing, is like you can't sit here and talk about black love and you're not even loving your own kid that you made.
I'm with you.
Regardless of what you with the mother, but you should be showing her how this is how you should be loved. This is how you should be treated.
He could be dating a white woman. We don't know. We didn't even know he had kids.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like, damn, like this shit is really you pretty put on a scam right now.
Yeah, Dr. Umar, you gotta give the map. I ain't got no defense for you, dog.
Surveillance video shows missing University of Pittsburgh student Sudiksha Konanki leaving a Punta Cana hotel lobby with a group of friends at approximately 4:15 a.m. on March 6th, a source close to the investigation told CNN. CNN previously verified a screen grab from different surveillance footage showing the friends walking around the hotel property around the same time. Konanki was reported missing later that day after she failed to return from the beach. Authorities tell CNN they are investigating her disappearance. The friend group and hotel staff are being questioned, and officials are reviewing additional camera footage. There's also a search party of over 300 people looking for Konanki, according to a Dominican Republic National Police spokesperson.
Okay, and this story was kind of like starting to pick up like right after we was probably recording last week. So for people who don't know, and it's kind of just out of the blue, this is a University of Pittsburgh student who is missing. It is a female. She looked like she maybe like Hawaiian or something. I kind of really can't tell like that what her race is, but she kind of looked a little bit Hawaiian. And she's missing. She went to the Dominican Republic for spring break, and now she's been missing. And in the videos, it showed that she was with her friends. It looked like her and the dude was walking, and two of their friends was behind her. And now she's a missing person. They can't find her. And that, to me, when we kind of even talking about that earlier when we were talking about the Gabby Petito situation, it's like as a parent, sometimes it be just like I'm one of them scary people, and I'd be scared for my own thought pattern of just as an adult, where certain places I just wouldn't rush to sit here and travel. And again, when we talk about parenting, it's like I don't necessarily know if I'm letting my kid go to some of these places, bro. Like you got to be of a certain age before you sit here and just be going anywhere without me, dog. Like anything happen in America is like, all right, cool. We can kind of like, I can get in a car and drive and search for you. But when you're in a whole nother country, like, bro, you it's like,
that's cool when they are underage, but when they are of age, you cannot.
And when you go to
them.
college, that's when you go experience more things. You go out, you drive.
Yeah, but then you hear so many crazy stories. Like,
You hear
for
so-
example,
but
what's
even
the
with
girl
that story-
who
but even
went
with that
in
story-
Mexico? The girl that was in Mexico when she went with her friend, and they ended up making like a Hulu video. I mean, a
Aruba?
Tubi movie of it. No, it wasn't in Aruba. She was in Mexico. Remember the girl got she got killed in by the I want to say about it was by her and yeah, and she got
okay.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
And they didn't never even get charged.
You don't have proof though. Because even with
gotta-
that, even with that, like I heard this morning earlier on the news when they were talking about it, they saying like she might have drowned.
So what? Where's her? I need my child body back or something.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what they search. But see, I think that's what I'm saying. I don't get where the whole. That's what I'm kind of confused with what the story is, because like even when the boyfriend or whatever, they was walking by the beach and they saw it. Like, so why would you just say, okay, yeah, she went out to the? Because like I said, the stories are not adding up.
Because then that's when you go and talk about the foul play.
Yeah, because that wasn't happening. That's not what will happen.
And that's why I would never let my kid go, dog.
You got to be careful.
Yeah, that's why I don't got
who
kids.
you
I'm trying to listen to, man. Listen to what I'm telling you. If I got a kid, my kid can't do nothing out of the country. Can't do nothing by yourself until you're 25, 26. And you have to show me some real responsibility.
But even in country, okay, if you went to Myrtle Beach for biker week, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot worse.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. I can at least drive to Myrtle Beach and do my own search party. I can at least get to you or try to get to you. If I don't hear from you in a day, I can drive. I don't care where I live at. If I'm normally talking to my kid every day or you on this trip, let's use Myrtle Beach for example. Let's just sit here and say if I live in the DMV and my kid is in college or high school spring break for senior trip or whatever the case may be, and they're going to Myrtle Beach, and I tell my kid, hey, check in with me every day. Let's just sit here and say they've been in Myrtle Beach for already. Let's say 3 days. Let's say that they got there on a Thursday. They didn't check. She didn't check in Thursday and Friday. No, Saturday come midday. You checked in the morning. Hey, mom, we about to go to the beach. We about to go to this little club or whatever the case may be. And then I don't hear from you for the rest of Saturday. And I heard from you Thursday, Friday, early Saturday morning. And then I don't hear from you no more on Saturday evening. I'm gonna need to. And this is where I respect people because I've been out of town with girls before, and they've been adults. But guess what? Hey, mom, I'm about to go out of town with Mikey, whatever the case may be. Yeah, he didn't stop by before. But before we leave, mom, Dukes, or dad, whoever the case may be, want to meet you. Even if they don't live there with them, you still want to be able to physically let me look at this person and be able to make eye contact with them. And they'll at least be like, especially if it's a father, they give you that little handshake. Hey, you take care of my baby girl. Make sure she get back. This is grown people, but it's still, as an adult, it's still, we talking about parenting and how you got to say, I don't care how old your kid is. Sometimes you got to put that extra love in just so you can make sure that your kid make it home, dog. Or at least try to put some type of thought pattern like, damn, if something happened to my kid, this nigga who took my kid out of town, no, for a fact, I know where he live at, or I know who he is, or whatever the case may be, how to find him. But you sitting here saying you out of the country, bro, these people don't really care about Americans. They gonna make it seem like they trying to find you, but they really don't care, dog. You're an American. And then you lose your kid. Now you sitting here saying, all right, my kid will never come home. Now you ain't got no way to bury it. You'll never get the body back or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think that's something that you can really stop.
I mean, I agree. Like you said, like be an active parent, but at the end of the day,
I think you can't stop that.
You can't stop them. I mean, you know,
they want to experience things. They want to do stuff. You can't say nah. You can't like that.
How you gonna stop them? You gonna go with them?
I mean, I guess it depends on like, and that's why I love, and that's one reason why I always tell people I love DJ Envy, because bro, he is one of the over the top, but he's so fire of a dad. Is like his son with the Super Bowl, and this is, but I mean, of course, this is a different level of privilege because he's DJ Envy. But dog, he had his son being supervised. Oh, my son about to be in this party. One, he know the club owner. Oh, Cardi B in here. His son was on the Breakfast Club. His son FaceTiming his son FaceTiming DJ Envy while they on the radio station right next to Offset in the club. Like but that's different. But his son grown. His son is in college. But guess what? You ain't grown enough that my arms can reach. So I'm going to reach wherever my son at. Oh, he doing Super Bowl. I'm gonna tell people that I know this down there. Hey, can you keep an eye on my son? Or if I know for a fact my son down here at the Super Bowl, his son is in college. He play on the football team. His son ain't his DJ Envy son is bigger than DJ Envy, but he's still like, hey, my son in the Super Bowl, he about to come to this party. I'm sure his DJ Envy son only went to clubs that his dad could get him in. Okay, my dad know this club owner. He cool. And then guess what? Oh, my dad know Cardi B and Offset. Both of them gonna be at this club. Well, I'm gonna text both of them. Hey, my son in there. Can you keep an eye on him for me, please? And they did. So it's just like, I hear what y'all saying, but it's just like, I don't.
Right, okay, but like I said, that's one spot. But okay, all right, we about to go. Like even he's on the team. So if we traveling to the Hawaii or whatever for a game or whatever, you're not gonna say no, you can't go because I'm not going there with you. Because that's what I'm saying. Like you have kids that want to travel, they want to do things. You can't sit here like that's kind of selfish of you. Well, I'm not. I can't go. You can't go. You know what I'm saying? Like if your son or your child can go to those places. And they are, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, yeah, go ahead. I want you to experience that. That's just like if your kid wanted to go travel, I want to be on board and I want to learn. I'm going to go to China. I want to study out there, right? You're going to say, nah, because I'm not there. I can't get to you. You're blocking their blessings for them to learn whatever, you know what I'm saying, to teach over there.
I mean, but some people, parents be kind of like, some people, parents be kind of skeptical on allowing that. Even if you listen to, even this is what I'm saying, even when you sit here and say that, perfect example, we can even kind of tie that into like if you listen to some of the WNBA women like fucking Natasha Cloud. Man, this is what I'm not gonna lie to you. Just a sidebar. I hate the way that the WNBA has ever promoted any of their athletes, bro. I'm such a fan of so many of these girls who used to play for the fucking Mystics. I'm like, bro, I wish that they would have did a better job at promoting somebody. I would have been to endless Mystics game because after I watched that Natasha Cloud interview on the Pivot, bro, I love that girl. But anyway, just with that all being said is when you listen to some of them, the reason why they don't want to go overseas because, bro, that shit be scary. And they getting paid to go there. And they be like, bro, I don't want to. If I don't have to go there, I don't want to go there.
But that's my thing. You would not tell if your son was sitting here even playing sport. Like I said, go playing basketball over there. You're not going to say, no, don't stay here in the United States and you can play down Berry Farms. No, if he can go over there and make that money, you're going to let him go over there. They're still in a young age. That's what I'm saying. When you say I want to, yes, you can be active. You can check in. You can have their location and all that. But some things, like I said,
some of them be looking sad, bro. Listen, what I'm saying. I be looking at this. You know what's so crazy? And just keeping it right there. Just for people who, if you familiar, Camila Cardozo, she played for Chicago Sky. Nigga, she be on TikTok every night. Nigga, I paid attention to the way she looked during the summertime when they playing in the WNBA. She happy. She on there with her friends. She in China playing, and of course, the time difference completely different from ours, bro. She be on that junk looking sad as hell. I'm telling that overseas by yourself.
You gotta pay that, but you gotta pay.
Her story is different because she actually need the money because her family is from fucking Brazil and it's poor as hell over there. But it's a difference between.
But she also under contract. That's what I'm saying. She's playing for a national team. You have to. You can't just say no. I'm not playing no more. That's what I'm saying. That your affiliation with that organization or whatever, that you still have family over there. So you have
no. She don't play for Brazil. She play for China. She is from Brazil, but she's in one of those China leagues.
Oh, I thought she had a
no.
Okay.
She playing China. She playing but some of them countries do like that. That girl, the shorty to play for Seattle, Gabby Wilson's. She's like her John is like that. So I forgot what Gabby is. Gabby from? She from France. So they have to play. You absolutely when doing the Olympics, doing Olympic whatever they call that. When around the Olympic time, they have to stay there and play with that team, like that France team or whatever. The NBA is a little bit different, but for the WNBA women, yes, they do have to stay with it. But like with all that being said, is just going back into the parenting thing. It's just like. Man, I don't know. That's maybe another reason why I don't have kids because I know for a fact my just life situation ain't set up to the point where I can be a hand-on parent like that. Because that's a scary thing to me. Even like I said, as an adult, I don't be wanting to go to some of them places because it'd be like.
But I think that's more so. Like I said, even with me with my kids, and my son be like, "Oh, Dad, I want to go to Sky Zone. Can I go?" You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, "All right, yeah, I'm going." You know what I'm saying? I won't let him go by. I won't drop him off. I'm going to be there.
But the difference is, but our parents would have dropped us off.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's a different time. And even now, like I said, I had this conversation. I was sitting there telling her, I was like, dog, that's like the little spot on a Friday night. It's a glow party. You know what I'm saying? Like the little kids, that's where they meet up. That's what they be doing all their little woo woo woo. They in there, with their little girlfriends and all that. That's their little spot. But that's what I'm saying. If you don't go out there and experience, you wouldn't know that. Mm-hmm. And that's why I say a lot of people, you might just like, oh, all right, it's nothing. You just going, But
I got a question for y'all real quick, though, because y'all saying it's the times. Do y'all feel like it's the times have changed where it's like, to me, I feel like this day and age where it's like you should be a little bit more loose because you got the phone where it's like when we were young and just getting dropped off wherever. And it wasn't who you was gonna call or what was gonna happen. If something happened, you had to wait until whatever time y'all agreed to come back. And me and Marcus done been in go-go's where it was like, good, thank God, like niggas used to normally didn't fight until the go-go was almost over, but we didn't been where it's like, all right, my mom that damn near dropped the whole neighborhood off. It's like 6 niggas in a car, but it was a brawl.
But that's what I'm saying.
And if the niggas ain't waiting till the fight for the club to be over, you would have just been sitting outside.
But I feel like everybody parenting is different. There's no rules or structure, or it's just like, hey, this is how you're supposed to do it. Because like you said, and you're just like that, if we stay on that whole go-go situation, it was a perfect example. We went out one time, my man, he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say I'm staying at your house, blah, blah, blah. Now me and Tony, yes, we do this all the time, but he was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna tell my, that's where I'm staying at. And his parents was more strict. And they sitting here, he called mom, was like, oh, they had the, she didn't know that. She told him with that. He came in and snatched him out the go-go. The security was like, oh yeah, your man, his pops came up here, snatched him out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody parenting is different.
For sure.
But even like with him, he went to private schools, he went to all that, but he got into more shit than we did because he had more rules and restrictions. He was more mischievous with it. Like he didn't tell us that that's what he told them. We didn't know nothing about it. He just said, oh, I'm coming with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're like, all right, cool. We got dropped off and he got snatched out the go-go. That's what I'm saying. Everybody, there's no perfect This is how you supposed to parent it. Because like I said, everybody's different. Everybody kids is different.
Yeah, I mean, of course, me personally, I would be a little bit more strict. And that just may be just because I watch maybe too many of these little, it seems like the more you watch some of these docs or you watch and listen to some of these news clips, you get a lot more paranoid where like certain, like I would, no, it's not, I don't think it's a woman bad enough that would make me go to Mexico right now. It's just too tricky. I was listening to, I seen it on a clip, but I was listening to Hot 97 because of course, they're in New York. So it's a lot more, people from different places or whatever the case may be. And they were saying how hard it was to get into Mexico right now. It was like, matter of fact, let me see if I can go to Ebro page and find the junk where he,
what, without your paperwork or something?
Nah, like they got some new, oh man, Ebro. See if I can find it. It's like a new jump that they got. Like you got to go through to actually get in there. Where is the jump?
But see, but that's the thing. I think a lot of these countries now have so many restrictions and stuff. You can't just fly there. Like you got to have a visa or green. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have.
Here you go right here. I'm gonna play it.
Are now strictly enforcing it, leaving people waiting hours to get into Mexico and having to pay. Like countless Arizonans, Jim McCauley and his wife, who live in Scottsdale, were heading into Mexico for a day trip.
We were going to visit the pharmacy, have a lunch, and then be on our way. It's something we've done many, many times before.
They usually go in on foot and say the process is easy.
Normally, walking into Mexico is just like walking into a Walmart.
But on Thursday, when they got to the point of entry in Yuma, that wasn't the case.
The line was very, very long. Most of the people in line didn't know what was going on. The only progress that we made in that line were people that were leaving.
When they asked others how long they had been in line,
they were telling us it was a 3 to 4 hour wait.
Both finally decided to cancel their trip because of it.
It was frustrating because we didn't expect it, hadn't heard about it. For us, it's a 3.5 hour trip down there and back.
The reason for the long wait, U.S. citizens traveling into Mexico not only have to bring their passport, but now must obtain a travel visa, according to the Mexican consulate of Phoenix, a form most Americans don't know about because Mexico hasn't strictly enforced it until now.
That's what was taking so much time, as far as we could tell.
The consulate says it's to make tourists comply with the requirements and for safety. You can fill it out at the port of entry or online. To find it, go to the Mexican consulate of Phoenix website, click on this link called Visa para Personas. From there, click the first link near the top. Hit this plus sign, agree to the conditions, then fill out the form, including where you're going in Mexico, what port of entry you're entering, and other personal information. You can then print out the form and bring it with you. However, the consulate says it will cost you about $30. For McCauley, he says until the process gets smoothed out, he isn't planning on going to Mexico anytime soon.
So again, like that, that's my only thing. I be feeling like Mexico is just a tricky place where it kind of get rough. I wouldn't travel there. Like just the way Trump kind of just doing certain things. I don't necessarily. It's a couple of places.
And I understand.
Especially not by Trump.
You trying to, and I understand that you're trying to get like, all right, you want to cancel us out. You want to whatever do to us. Then all right, we're gonna make it difficult for y'all to come in here. And which I understand it. That's just you trying to get your money back. If you putting all these damn
tariffs and all that,
yeah, I'm getting my money back on you.
And for all the people who really, if you are a drinker, some of your favorite drinks may be a little bit harder to find, or if they are still on the shelves, they may be a lot more expensive because of the tariffs that Trump is trying to put on. What is it? I want to say European liquor or something. Okay, one of those little liquor brands. He's trying to put stuff on, so it's going to make it way more expensive to be able to get some of those liquors because they're going to be taxing on them. So realistically, if you see some of your favorite liquor still in store now, I would probably recommend for you to kind of just like. You better jump on it and kind of buy them early while you can. But get as much as you possibly can. I do want to switch up the moods real quick. They kind of a little bit of brighter news. I want to show some love to DK Metcalf. He is one of for some people who don't know who DK Metcalf, I don't know why the hell his name seems so hard to pronounce today. He was the wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. Now he is a new wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sure 9 times 10, if you pay attention to any of the sports pages in the last, I want to say 5 or 6 years, I'm sure you'd have seen DK Metcalf either do like an extremely crazy vertical jump, or you have seen his abs pause. I ain't even gonna say pause, because if you watch any of the football page, you'd have seen this nigga abs. You just see this man literally got like an 8-pack. So again, I'm gonna play this clip of DK Metcalf. He was doing his media day press with the Pittsburgh Steelers media.
Yes, sir. She right there. Hold the rocker, baby. Yes,
Where did you propose? Did you propose back in Seattle here?
No, her and her my family and her family was in Houston. It was my sister's spring break, and just thought about getting the whole family together just for a big kumbaya and joining our families, with the ring.
They got to good age.
Thank you.
I mean, how far in advance were you planning? Was this like before the trade request? And
Oh yes, ma'am. Well, I tried to last year, but she's a singer, and her work, kind of conflicted with the schedule. So just tried to take an approach to where a schedule couldn't matter. So I started sending her flowers with a story, and then the last letter on the flower was, "Will you marry me?" And she said yes. So back in 2020, Russ connected me and my now fiance Normani, and him and his wife Sierra connected us. She was talking to her, and Russ was talking to me, and we hit it off from day one, and here we are.
So again, shout out to Russell Wilson, because of course everybody was sitting here saying this Sierra and Russell Wilson may be the greatest matchmakers of all time, because it was one of those, like, people had different jokes. When I say, do you got a friend, this is the type of friend I mean for you to bring. So again, shout outs to DK, shout outs to Russell and Sierra for just making that love connection, and shout outs to what's her name, Emani. Just realistic, because of course, she's one of those people where she got a good fan base, but she kind of like had her different reasons why she was dragging her foot on putting out new music. And I remember last year where she was kind of having that little time frame where people was like pressing her to drop music. She put out the cover, and then I forgot it was like some little, I can't really remember all the pushback because I'm not making it about to make it seem like I'm some huge fan of her music, but I just know her name is popular enough that I remember when she was putting out her music and it was like a huge thing because like people was pressing. I know she used to be in, I want to say, what was that group? I believe it's called Fifth Harmony. I think that was the group she used to be in. So with all that being said, congratulations to them. And it just shout outs to him for even sitting here acknowledging that and really just showing her love during his press conference, because that definitely made his runs the entire shit. He even did another separate video even talking about it, going into more detail. So again, like I said, shout outs to them. That's tight. Do you, I guess as a Steelers fan, do you want to keep Russ? Or
do I want to keep Russ? Yeah. The question is, do we want to be there? You can offer it. it's just like with Justin Fields. You got to offer money. You gonna take the money.
I think Justin Fields is a little bit different from Russ. At least Russ already got paid multiple times throughout his career. You kind of realistically, and I ain't gonna say he as bad as Aaron Rodgers, because he showed more mobility than Aaron Rodgers did and won more games than Aaron Rodgers. So I won't put him in that same category. But Justin Fields is kind of still at that point where it's like,
but that's my question.
I ain't even got paid yet, and I haven't even got to really prove myself yet neither.
No, you're right. He get dealt. He's dealt a different hand, but which I felt like I probably would have stayed in Pittsburgh, where I have more of a.
If you Justin Fields?
Yes,
for sure.
Because going to Jets you got to prove yourself. You pretty much.
He don't got to prove himself because they paid him now.
Yeah, but you didn't pay him much.
Shit. Not compared to everybody else, but for him, he ain't really still ain't played. No,
that's right. But what you getting paid? You getting paid $12 million.
No, he getting paid 20.
12, right?
No, 20. He getting $20 million. He took a 2-year contract for $40 million. It's $20 million a year.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
No.
So then that probably was his original offer was $12 million. Somebody offered him. So that's what I'm saying. So I get it for the money aspect, but like even for Russell, I don't know what it would be for you right now. Because is it winning? Is it money? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you really chasing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. For Justin Fields, I get it. I wish he would have went somewhere else, because I just think the Jets, just that organization, just as like my entire life, I've never seen a good Jets team, like a team that I can remember, like, oh yeah, that year the Jets was good. Like I don't, like literally, I cannot remember not one year that the Jets was, even when they had Keyshawn.
They had some runs, but not know where they, because even when what's his name was Fat Boy was coaching them.
What, Rex Ryan?
Yeah. They had, like I said, defensive wise, they've been known for what, you know what I'm saying, but they never had like, oh, this is because like even like last year with them picking up Aaron Rodgers, it was like, oh yeah, they supposed to go to Super Bowl. And I'm like, well, why? Yes, you got names on paper, but
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, it's cool for him. I hope Justin Fields do well. I wouldn't be rooting for him like I did when he played for Pittsburgh, but I hope he do well. Like if he get a couple wins up under his belt, I definitely will come on here and talk about it just because I'm a Justin Fields fan. But I'm not gonna hold my breath because it's the Jets. I feel like there's some other stuff in sports.
Shit, wait, things fumbling. Shit, your boy might end up in Pittsburgh.
Who?
Shador.
Yeah, they doing him dirty. They doing that nigga crazy.
But I wouldn't be mad at that.
What if you him?
Yeah. Because you're going into an organization, it will be, and you will have weapons, and you got a coach that's a player. You know what I'm saying? Like for you to get stuck in with the Giants, I don't feel like what really can you with the Giants.
And my apologies if I'm.
I mean, I don't necessarily know. I just don't like the way they treat him. I don't care where he go. I'm sure he's gonna get picked up by somebody, but I just hope he goes somewhere where he can actually be able to play. I don't want to see him get drafted and he got to sit here and sit on the bench behind somebody, especially if it's not nobody official. But like if he went to Pittsburgh right now and then Russ don't come back and it's just him playing behind whatever that white boy is that y'all just got, then I feel like, yeah, that's cool. That's a good look for Shador, because I mean, realistically, the internet will eventually end up, especially if the white boy don't play the way to the point where Justin Fields or Russell was playing last year. I feel like they'll end up pressing him and then he'll get some playing time. And like you say, it's a good it's a great organization to play for.
Even which is kind of sad, because it was like, all right, we won 10 games last year. We won 10 games the year before that with Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph. So that's what I'm saying.
Because you just got, because you got a good team. So I mean, I think
that's why I say I think it's just more so. Like I said, I wouldn't take that. Like that's why I say even with the Jets job, it's just like some of these jobs I'm not going to sit him just because I'm getting paid. It's like because like even with that, if Russell would have went to Cleveland, it's like you go to Cleveland to do what? Yeah, they paying you, but are you really going to win? Because even like with now, of course, Myles Garrett, you get paid.
But I don't think people care about. Look, perfect example. Glad you brought him up. Myles Garrett got paid $40 million a year. Do I care about winning if I'm getting $40 million a year? No.
No, you were out of high space. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give two shits no more.
The same way with Max Crosby with the Raiders. I wouldn't care. You pay me, I don't care.
That's in Vegas. Oh, I mean, shit. I don't think you can lose in that.
What you
Cleveland,
mean? But listen,
staying in Cleveland. I'm saying no. Staying in Cleveland is just like I said. That's more of a money thing. Like,
but listen to what I'm saying. I wouldn't care if you're paying me $40 million a year. I don't care. Season only 17 games. I don't care. $40 million a year, bro. I will play. I'll go play in Africa. I'll go play in Alaska. I wouldn't care where I'm playing at if I'm getting paid $40 million a year. I wouldn't care. But anyway, while we're talking about getting paid and we're talking about contracts, I'm going to play this clip of the producer and the creator of the Jamie Foxx show, and he's talking about how him or Jamie Foxx don't get paid while this show they ain't got paid.
Stepping, not at all. So you've written and co-wrote a lot of hit shows and hit movies, right? But I can probably guess that you don't own those things. The studios own them, but there are a lot of them are in syndication. So I'm assuming you still get residuals. Are those residuals less than the independent stuff that you own? And do you get more off of your independent stuff that you own than residuals from huge shows and syndication?
Absolutely. I make more money off of my stuff than I do off of that stuff. Like, for instance, I'll tell you like this. Well, the Martin Show has been very good to me. Although I didn't create the Martin Show, I did become the showrunner.
A lot of it.
I probably wrote the majority of it.
Yeah.
Right? So I get a nice, nice little stipend every quarter. Not enough to live off of, but definitely a nice, supplemental income.
You're talking about something 25 years old, still giving you something, 30, still giving you bread. Yeah,
absolutely. Right. So, and it's still, that mailbox money is lovely. The Jamie Foxx show is more disheartening. It's almost like I almost can't watch the show if I see it on, because it hurts my feelings, because we spent all that time. I created this show and I believed what they were trying to sell me. And I've never even seen a syndication check yet.
Oh, wow.
Now I get my residuals from the Writers Guild and from the Directors Guild, but the piece of ownership, Jamie and I don't see any of that action, man.
Oh, wow.
It's horrible, because, and then when you check, they go, oh yeah, you're still in the red.
Oh, they trying to say that's music shit. That's the same shit they do in music.
Same thing.
You still haven't recouped. What haven't you recouped in 30, 25 years?
25 years we ain't recouped. It's been on every day.
That's crazy.
And now that I know the game, I'm going, yeah, cold, boy, yeah, that's crazy. Come on, y'all, some cold mother hubbers, boy. So yeah, so it's you know, when you look at that and you go, damn, I thought that for sure when I was doing the Jamie Foxx show, this was going to be my retirement.
That's right.
And then not making the money off of the Jamie Foxx show after it was over and the money stopped, I started running out of money. I started becoming afraid. That's the period where I was unhappy. Remember, I started by saying I'm always happy. I was very unhappy because I couldn't understand what had happened to me. But again, I was able to be resilient and create my own ball game. I'll create my own league then. I'll be like Cubans go.
So you can even kind of tie that into, I mean, even kind of what we was talking about earlier with Shorty with the insecure situation where it's like, yeah, I met you when you was on this TV show, but then when the show was off, like it's not guaranteed how that money is going to continue to come in after that. And you know what's so crazy? What I was thinking about, that's what I meant to say when we was talking about it earlier, was like, I kind of was wondering, like, would you rather, like when you hear these stories, sometimes it make you like, damn, would I rather be a rapper with a one-hit wonder, or would I rather be an actor on a big TV show, or kind of a big TV show where it's like people kind of always see you, even like how it was Slim who was on the Cosby Show and then he end up working at Trader Joe's, because it's like that movie, like that TV show and movie stuff is like you're more visually famous, where it's like I can have a hit record and people may not know who I am. Like perfect example, like when we talk about the swag surfing, nobody don't know what them niggas look like. Like even when they be out performing, I wouldn't know if it was somebody who wasn't supposed to be on the stage with them, because I would never know who is who. But perfect, so it's just kind of just like, damn, I don't necessarily like that acting thing, man. If you don't really hit it and you really don't become one of them ones, like that's
because okay, but and we can stay right there on that, because when what's my man from Everybody Hates Chris, he was getting paid $250,000 an episode. So I'm not. I would take that. You don't know him for Elementary. You see him, but you know him from Everybody Hates Chris.
Oh, he said he was getting that from
Everybody Hate Chris. He's getting paid that now, even still. He was getting paid that for Everybody Hate Chris, and he was a kid actor then.
Damn. That's some good goddamn money. Damn.
So that's what I'm saying. I think it's just all. I think you got to think about it, like back then. I'm pretty sure a lot of them probably got finessed out of their deals and all that, because like I said, you was under a network or whatever the case may be, and of course it's getting played now, but it's not getting played on what you originally.
But kind of just going back to even what you said though. Let's just sit here and say if he was getting 250,000 then, and then the next time he didn't pop up was, I don't know what was the spacing or how much.
Ain't nothing else. The Albert Elementary is probably the next thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what the time frame was between that, because you got to think about it. If you're not great with your spending, or in your mind you thinking if you treating just like how people treat the drug game, like this money gonna come forever, how do you know when?
But if you think, but
you don't want to set your bills up to the point where it's like, all right, when it stopped, like
you're gonna set your bills up regardless. I mean, I feel like you're gonna spend what you got. You're not gonna. You might spend more because you got it, but you're gonna spend what you got. So I feel like
so I don't want to sit here and go get a penthouse that that's cost me.
But you are going to get it because right now you're seeing 250.
Yeah, and then that's how them people end up being homeless.
But you're not thinking about it long term. You think about right now. You're not going to say,
listen to what I'm saying. So that goes back to, I agree with what you're saying, but that is a definition of being bad with your money.
But just like, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's just all because even with Tariq, like how he said, he was never able to touch none of his money.
Yeah, because his mom was
yeah, right. And we didn't talk about it, but what was the young lady from was it Family Matters? I think it was one of them where she was sitting here when the baby father trying to get the money that she made.
That was
little curly hair girl,
whatever. What's the Jussie Smollett sister?
Oh, that's Jussie Smollett's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's his sister. That's his sister. And they trying to get and he was trying to get back pay from when she was an actress or whatever the case may be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say. I don't think I feel like I think I would take the acting than the rapper.
I'll take the rapper. I'd rather people, because if I fall off, I want to be able to fall off.
But right, but just like
I fall off, like putting the camera out of my face.
But just like with Everybody Hates Chris. All right, you had that what's name, but then now you on Albert Elementary, you still making the money. But if this was Hurricane Chris, it's like nigga,
No, but you bringing in people who trying to still like Hurricane Chris is trying to still be relevant. It's some people who would just be like, cool, I had my one hit and I can just go off the pasture. Perfect example. People tell you you only hear people talk about Chameleonaire. You haven't seen Chameleonaire in years.
But that's I don't think he was a one-hit wonder. He was investment. When ringtones was a thing, he was a big investment during that time.
But you're missing my point though. He's still you know that because you hear people you haven't never even heard you're repeating stuff you heard other people say about him. You still haven't seen him. He's still not trying to be on camera. You know that he's still well off because other people, when they do interviews, people from Paul Wall or any of them interviews, they talk about him.
But I feel still like even in that time, I wouldn't consider them one-hit wonders. At that time, they were the it thing. I wouldn't sit here when I say
that's because you was really into the chopped and screw music. I'm sure Erica, she might not even know a Chameleonaire song. I'm sure there's people listening right now who don't off the top of their head cannot
Riding
just
Dirty. Ain't that Chameleonaire?
So what would you consider that for you personally? That's a one-hit wonder, right? That's probably the only song that I know. That's my point.
But and
guess what? I used to be an actual Swisher House fan, and off the top of my head, I couldn't even think of it until you just said it.
But that's what I'm. But that's
and I
why
know more songs than that from him besides that one song. But I couldn't, off the top of my head, I could not even think of Riding Dirty.
But that's why I feel like even with him, right? I feel like he got in there, he did what he had to do, and he invested himself more. When you say like a one him, I feel like Crime Mob, like them, where you only had that one, you know what I'm saying, and that was it. You still live off of that.
Yes, but that's what you're missing. What I'm saying though, regardless, and they got more songs than, and they got more songs. To me, they got more songs than he do. Nigga, stilettos, pumps in the club. That's Crime Mob. And still got Nuckies You Buck. What are you talking about?
But Chameleon was on other features. He was on other songs.
But you know, still with all of that being said is, all I'm just saying with all of them, even including Chameleonaire, they could still walk in some rooms and people would not know who they was. But for shows like
Slim Thug, do you think Slim Thug's a one-hit wonder? No, he had songs. He was on features. That's what I'm saying.
But listen to what I'm saying. Some people may not even know a Slim Thug song. If you have a certain age, you probably only know Slim Thug from talking to this guy on fucking social media.
A one-hit wonder is Vanilla Ice. That's a one-hit wonder. You had one song. That's it.
Ice Ice Baby. More people know Ice Ice Baby than they know any Slim Thug song.
You might know it, but it's still one hit. That's it. You have that one hit. You don't have nothing else. That's why I would consider a one hit. You might have a rap career. Your rap career might not be the best. You still have a rap career.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But you missing what I'm talking about. I'm just saying to see here. We're talking about where I can still just move around and people don't know me. If Vanilla Ice never got on whatever that TV show is, where he do with whatever one of them cable networks, whatever he do the stuff with the house, people wouldn't know what he looked like. People know the dun da da dun da da dun. They know the song, but they don't know what he looked like. So what I'm telling you is, I rather personally know that I had some type of success at one point in time in life, and nobody know who I am, so I can still go get a regular job and people wouldn't be in my face asking for an autograph or asking for a picture. Where for actors, where it's like, even like we talking about like Urkel or whatever the case may be, people still know him. He done other stuff. When I be seeing the TV, or sometimes he got a host a game show and some other shit. But people only know him as Steve Urkel. Me personally, if you asking me, I would rather be the Shock Boys. I'd rather be Swag and Surf. I'd rather be Roscoe Dash than be Steve Urkel. That's all I'm sitting here saying. I don't want people to still come up to me and be like, "Then I ain't do that." Like, I don't want to do that. Niggas who made Swag and Surf, that song is bigger than fucking Family Matters, period. More people are attached to Swag Surfer than they are to Family Matters. But guess what I'm saying?
Would you be Tyreek? Would you be Tyreek, or would you rather be Swag Surf? Because Tyreek, like I said, would Rose he get cast? He only, like I said, besides Power, he only been on a couple of movies or whatever. But other than that, if the Power works, the Power what's name ended right now, is no more Power. So that's all you got is Power, right, under your belt. Mm-hmm. Would you rather have that Tyreek career, or would you rather have what's name Swag and Surf?
Yeah, Tyreek. But that's now because but Tyreek is just he is a one-on-one because he got to, like we always talk about it, he got to do club hostings and a whole bunch of other stuff, so it's a little bit different for him.
But that time and period when Swag Surfing was popular, they was doing clubs, they was doing everything up and down the shore.
Nobody know. If they came in this room right now and started performing Swag Surf, you wouldn't know who them niggas was. I don't care what you talking about. I'd rather see him be able to see him know that I made Swag Surf and probably still may get some little check from that, and nobody know who I am. I can go fly on Southwest and nobody know nothing. I mean, real quick, we'll talk about Southwest after I play this clip from Abbott Elementary.
Thought that we could make a playlist starting with some oldies.
Ooh, how about 50 Cent in the club?
Okay, no, that's not an oldie, and you shouldn't be listening to that.
Umbrella by Rihanna.
It's also not an oldie.
But my mom listens to it when she cleans on Sunday, and she's old.
She's like 30.
Exactly.
Okay, look, a oldie is something that's from another era.
Like a Milli by Lil Wayne.
Okay.
I love a Milli. It's a classic. A Milli, a Milli, a Milli, a Milli.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Eddie, what were iPods like?
We're gonna play hot cross buns on the recorder. I thought that
is everybody hates Chris actor.
Yeah, shout outs to Abbott Elementary. That I still never watched that show before, but like if that's with this type of show, I may give it an actual watch just because I like them people from that classroom that I follow on TikTok when they kind of just give you the same type of vibes. But real quick, it was something else that I wanted. Oh yeah, we talking about Southwest. So Southwest, realistically, after 30 plus years of not being able to have to check your bag, Southwest has said coming Memorial Day weekend, you will have to pay to check your bags now.
Some bullshit.
I mean, but I think realistically they'll figure. I don't necessarily know if they're gonna be able to stand on business. If people stop, I think people can't not complain about this and still fly Southwest. If you really if you want to,
that's why you flew Southwest, because your bags fly for free.
So no, you're missing what I'm saying. So if you really feel that way and you feel like that's the only reason why I was flying, then don't fly with them no more. You have to make them like same way what people doing with the Target stuff. You can't sit here and complain about stuff because if you complain about it and then you still fly Southwest and then they charging you for your bag, it's like all right, then cool. They be like, well, cool. Well, our customers kept flying.
But what is the prices? That's what I'm saying. I got to see the prices because if you
I don't think Southwest prices was ever that much different from everybody else. I think just realistically, you just didn't have to check your bags.
Now, what else they adding to it? Like they more red eye flights now. You gonna have more red eye flights. All that seating priority and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
but let's be. Can we be honest? People who flying red eye flights wasn't getting on Southwest anyway.
Shit, but Southwest flights are more convenient. I would fly, like I'm saying, if you tell me
was they convenient because you didn't have to pay for your bag? I don't think I'm telling you saying that now until you really.
No. That's what I'm saying. I would say when I say convenient wise, because like a lot of flights where I'm just in and out, like how I might do the little skip lag joint where it's just like I only take a check bag and I'm in there and I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I'm back home later on that night. That's an in and out like a red eye. You know what I'm saying? Like that's more convenient. Like where all right, I can fly there, then I can fly back that night. But if you send me your flight's leaving at 7 or 8 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not. I need a later flight. If I can get a later flight, then I'm good. So I can sit here and go to Miami, go to a game, and fly back on the same. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying.
Before all that, I mean, I would just fly Spirit. If you ain't checking no bag, you might as well fly Spirit. That's the cheapest jump.
But but do they have red eye flights?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so Southwest didn't have red eye flights. So now that you have red eye flights, that will be more of even more convenient. So then people probably still will use you because now how many airports accept Southwest? A lot of people with Southwest is everywhere.
For sure. I just still, me personally, if I got to pay for a check bag, I'm not flying Southwest. You might as well switch. You might as well switch planes.
Shit, no, I'm still flying.
You gonna see the difference when you gotta start paying for them bags. You gonna see the difference on how convenient Southwest, especially nigga, the way you be flying with all them goddamn kids and all them bags. Yeah, I'm cool. Ain't no way.
But that's why, and that's why. Just looking at the flights to go to Aruba, how much for me to pay for me and all the kids? Like it's cheaper right now than it was before. Now, like I said, you adding on it, and like you said, they start in May. That's June when we about to fly. I don't know. Like I said, depending on how much it is.
I mean, we're going to see. I think realistically, if you are somebody who normally flies Southwest, instead of just complaining, I would just recommend stop flying. Like, stop flying with them. Go fly with somebody else and make them feel.
But you can pay more, right?
I don't know. You have to. I mean, you got to look. You will have to look at. You will have to look at the prices of the flights. All I'm just saying here saying there's no purpose of complaining about something and then still paying for it, because that's what most people do. Like you'll complain about, oh, the prices of eggs is going up, or the price of this is going up. Outside of gas, anything that you feel like if the price is going up, just stop paying for it. The only way you can make somebody that's just sit here and saying like if you and your girlfriend beefing and she's saying don't like what you ain't cleaning up like she told you and she stopped giving you some pussy, you gonna feel the effects of that and be like, damn, what's going on? Well, nigga, I told you to wash these dishes and you ain't getting whatever. So now you gonna get your act together. That's how you got to do these fucking places when they sit here keep upping the prices. You can't sit here and just be like complaining about it and then still paying for it and expect for them to go back. Why would I go back if you pay for it? If I normally was giving it to you for free and now you trying to pay for it, that's just like even if you sit here and tie that in the tricking. If a broad been giving me some box for free, and then one day she'd be like, man, can I get $150 for the same box I was getting free? Hell no. But if I give her the 150, and if I give her the 150 that one time, so now guess what she gonna do? Oh shit, he's sweet. He paid 150. I'm gonna see if he can pay 150 again next time he try to get some.
But if the price don't jump, where it's like, all right, you still get the cheap flights, the convenient flights.
Man, the flight ain't gonna feel as cheap if I gotta pay fucking $50 for this bag now.
But that's what. But if you was paying whatever you paying for a flight for American or whatever one of them, and you still got to pay it. If I'm still paying $49 round trip, and I only got to pay $50 on top of the bag, I'm not going to trip off of that. Now, if you sitting there charging me you charging me more for the flight, and I got to pay for my bag, then no, I'm not doing it. But if you still got the cheap flights, and I only got to pay $50 for the bag, then cool.
So okay, but after you pay $50 for the bag, and then it make it seem like, damn, this was the same prices as I could have got. I don't know the difference on the plane, so I couldn't tell you. But if you seen saying now that extra $50, I could have just flown United. And if United got a more comfortable seat, then people gonna start flying United. I don't know. I don't fly enough, so I can't. I'm not. It's like it's hard for me to really kind of like talk about debate this conversation because I'm just a Southwest person just because of the bags was free. But now if you sitting here saying if I got a debate on going somewhere and I know that my bags ain't gonna be free no more, I don't necessarily know if I'm running to go to Southwest.
Because that's like when people say, "Oh, fly Spirit," but then you got to pay for all these fees, and it's like, yeah, you might get a cheap flight, but then you got to pay everything add up to what you probably would have paid.
Yeah, anywhere else. I mean, it's you got to kind of play it by ear. Real quick, because the Millennial Tour did just come past through the DMV area over the weekend. It was a 50 Cent, of course, is always going to troll, and it started up a conversation because 50 Cent was like, damn, that's crazy that Rick Ross is opening up for Bow Wow. So my question for y'all is, would you, if you were Rick Ross, would you kind of feel some type of way that you kind of opening up for Bow Wow? Yeah, man. I mean, I like because it's him, Boosie, Plies. I forgot who else is on there, but those are the notable names that's opening up for Bow Wow.
No, it's the Millennium Tour. It ain't.
He's supposed to be the boss, like bigger.
But it's the Millennium Tour. That tour is that's Bow Wow's tour.
I'm with you, Erica. That shit sounds kind of crazy though.
But it's Bow Wow's tour.
I mean, I get it.
Why would I go then? I'm not a millennium.
Because you ain't getting booked for nothing else.
Well, I'm not going because I'm not opening. He's supposed to be the boss.
No, but you that. I feel like he's doing festivals. Rick Ross is doing everything else. So you to sit here and try to stand, well, I'm not because it's Bow Wow, but Bow Wow.
No, listen, I get what you. I get both sides. Of course, the Millennial Tour is basically a Bow Wow tour. Bow Wow is going to always headline the Millennial Tour, but I still would kind of be like, I may just I wouldn't do. I mean, not do that tour.
And he opened it for Pretty Ricky and all them, and it's not even Pretty Ricky. It's fucking Ray J and them in the group.
I mean, I don't know. I ain't go to the tour. I'm just going off of what I seen. I seen what 50 Cent posted, and it came a joke on social media when people were seeing saying, "Damn, that's kind of crazy that Rick Ross is opening it up for Bow Wow."
It's the Millennium Tour. I can't see how you would sit here and say you closing the show on a Millennium Tour when that's what Bow Wow was known for.
Yo, what's up with the Phoenix Suns, dog? And that's kind of just like, even with sometimes with like sports, like I just be cool, like don't even be wanting to talk about sports no more. Cause it's like, bro, you can't, I don't even know how you explain what's going on in Phoenix. Besides, these niggas just don't play no defense. Like, bro, they are cheeks. Like, you got 3 elite scorers. You got 2 niggas that can literally be Hall of Fame scorers and Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, and you niggas can't win a game to save your life.
That don't win games.
Damn.
They don't win games. When they went to the championship, who did they add? Chris Paul, Aiden, and all them, and they broke that team up. And you ain't got nobody but Devin Booker, KD, and Bradley Beal. That shit not gonna win you no championship or even get you there.
And real quick, why? Because it's on the team, man. Shout out to Juju Watkins. That fucking Nike t-shirt is hard as a bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I guess the new price realistically over the Asia joint. No. They probably, I don't know, that Juju joint job like fire.
I like what's name joint too. White girl.
Paige?
Yeah. I like hers too.
Her joint cool, but the two joints that stand out the most is that Asia joint with the rings, right? Shit, Shakari
no, it's not the rings.
like
it's not the rings. She holding up her logo.
Oh, I thought I seen one with her like had some rings on her hand.
No, it's her logo.
All of them joints job like tough. The Juju Watkins don't just stand out to me the most, and just because they kind of making it a thing, like even when I'm watching how like a lot of the sports pages is really like promoting, like it's a like that bun is really they pushing the bun, like the bun is really gonna be her like damn it, like that's gonna be her signature look. Like I kind of feel for her because she gonna be like 30, still have to rock that goddamn bun. But right now, while she young, milk that motherfucker as much as you possibly can. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just don't know. I guess like I said, I guess even with me bringing that up, I kind of was just like when I look at the prices on t-shirts, I feel like at this point for t-shirts, the I guess back in the day the price used to be like $20 for like a shirt that people kind of like. It's a notable shirt like of a decent brand, and you know, I made it 20, 25, but I feel like now like the go-to price for a t-shirt is like $45. I'm just old, so it's kind of hard.
Shit, for a brand with Nike on it. I don't think they're like 60.
I want to say that joint like 45. I'm just from off of this time the pages. I can look, but I want.
It might be 45, but I'm
Nike Juju t-shirt. Yeah, Juju Watkins t-shirt. Yeah, it's 45.
That's what. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's to me that's the going price. Because anytime when I done looked at Angel Reese Jones on her website or a Slam magazine, because they all right here, they all for like $45. The only junk that Shane got ain't no way in hell Shane got a Juju Walker t-shirt.
They probably do.
Oh yeah, I buy that for $14. That's why Shane get you right, baby. $14. I just don't feel comfortable buying nothing from Shane for $14. I just feel like that quality of shirt is only a $5 shirt for me from Shane. But shout out to Juju. That ain't gonna lie, that Nike shirt y'all like hard. Like that's the only junk that I done seen realistically where I was like, damn, I kind of would bend on giving the 45 to Nike for that one just because that shirt just like that junk hard though. I ain't gonna hold you. That little junk with the bun, that junk kind of tough. I'm not even gonna lie. Shout out to Juju Watkins. I do think realistically, she gonna have to make a decent run. Fine, she got to at least make it to the Final Four.
They made it. What they made last year, right?
To the Elite Eight. They got put out by Connecticut. She got to make it to the Final Four. Just because the hype is just like she got a string, like the hype behind her name is OD right now. So she kind of just to me just got to make it to the Final Four just for that namesake. Kind of just switch gears real quick. I do feel like I got some more just already stashed up. Oh, here we go a little bit.
New investigation by Consumer Reports is raising alarming questions about the safety of synthetic braiding hair. 10 popular synthetic braiding hair products were tested. The results are troubling. Every sample contained carcinogens, chemicals that may cause cancer.
3 of the samples tested positive for benzene, a carcinogen that is highly regulated and discouraged for use in laboratories because of the potential to cause cancer.
Now, a new investigation.
I guess I got a question for you, Erica. Do you think that will... Do you think people would sue gone off of just what they already used to, whatever they put in their hair that people won't even can still put these braids or use this hair to put in their hair? Or you think this will kind of slow down people from...
Fuck no.
It'll slow down some, but it's not going to slow down the majority. They'll probably get in and try to wash it or something.
What y'all think about the Girl Scout cookies? I seen the Girl Scout cookies got what is it that they got in it? I forgot what it is. It's something crazy, something metal or something like that. Do you think that's going?
No, the prices go up on the Girl Scout cookies every year.
I feel like Girl Scout cookies will kind of already be out the door, but I think people just be feeling bad for people's kids.
What you mean?
Like people just buy them just because they're like.
No, niggas eat them. They don't just buy them just because they eat them.
No, listen, you missing my point. If somebody, you're not going to look for Girl Scout cookies. Somebody's coming to sell them to you. If nobody don't sell you no Girl Scout cookies
because of COVID,
you won't care. Like if I go a year without eating Girl Scout cookies, I'm not gonna be like, damn, I miss some Girl Scout cookies. I'm fiending for some Girl Scout cookies.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Because we be looking for Girl Scout cookies. Because I sell them, but people look like, oh damn, you got Girl Scout cookies this year. Like but that's what I'm saying. Because of COVID, how they used to be outside of the grocery store doing that, selling them. But now because of the COVID, they stopped doing all that.
I'm not buying. Listen, what I'm saying, I wouldn't buy no Girl Scout cookies because somebody's outside selling them. I will skip you every time. But if it's somebody you personally know, I feel like people can't say no because it's the kid you personally know.
But that's what I'm. But that's with any fundraiser. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this not going to. It's people still going to buy it. That's like with the popcorn. That people still going to buy it. If you selling them, you're going to buy it, whether you out front or not. People gonna buy.
I hate when, and you know what's the crazy thing? Like I hate when women do that shit. Like, don't DM me your kid popcorn shit, bro. Like, come on, stop, dog. Like, stop. I'm not buying that shit. Like, why would you think I was?
Why not?
Why would I? Like, because 9 times out of 10, you know what it'd be? It'd be like somebody a DM you one of them Jones, like, hey, like because you like their story and be like, oh, you want to buy my door? Like, no,
just random people.
No, somebody you probably fucked before, but it's just like it's still random. Like, I may have not seen you in like 2 years. I'm not buying no fucking popcorn from you because we had sex 2 years ago. And I may have actually seen this.
Why you can't support her?
Man, fuck you and them kids, man.
She listen to your podcast,
Man,
you
I
put
don't
money
give a-
in.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm not buying that bubble.
34-year-old Amber Laudermilk. She is facing felony charges for abuse to a corpse. Now, the victim, according to court documents, was 58-year-old Charles Rodriguez. The documents say that Laudermilk cut his penis, then put it in his mouth.
Houston woman facing charges tonight, accused of brutally mutilating a corpse. Fox 26 was the only station in the courtroom after she surrendered to investigators.
I mean, he is live for us in Bel Air with the details. Jonathan.
Very disturbing. In fact, law enforcement says this is a bizarre case. Now, this woman, she was working as an embalmer at this mortuary service right behind me. That's when investigators say she cut off the genitals of a deceased man, then placed it in his mouth.
And everybody deserves to go out of this world and into the next, without this kind of trauma, without this kind of stuff going on. So it was a very, very odd case.
This is 34-year-old Amber Laudermilk. She is facing felony charges for abuse to a corpse. Now, the victim, according to court documents, was 58-year-old Charles Rodriguez. The documents say that Laudermilk cut his penis, then put it in his mouth. Rodriguez's family says he was a registered sex offender. Investigators say Laudermilk did this in front of apprentices at the mortuary services where she was working. How did this all come to light?
The Texas Funeral Service Commission, there were people present. This defendant was an instructor on embalming and was teaching a class and did this in front of the class. She threatened them not to obviously say anything. But that's what makes it more bizarre. She didn't do it in private. She did it in front of other people.
Do we know?
Real quick, just because this shit on, I don't even care about this. Real quick, just because I wish we had a TV on, so this would want to take my brain off. I hate that people keep trying to sit here and use that Haley, like trying to get it. Oh, y'all need to apologize to Haley. No, I'm not apologizing to somebody who we watched get her fucking ass cooked last year by fucking Caitlin Clark. I'm not apologizing to her, nigga. We watched the games and she can't play no fucking defense. Yeah, she's on a team, dude. This is her team. She not playing behind Angel Reese and Flau'jae this year. But dog, I don't give a because she's the only person on that team. But I'm not giving her like I owe her apology. Why, nigga? Because she don't play no fucking defense. Nigga, I watched her get on the island and get her little shit torched 2 years in a row. She played for TCU now, but they won whatever they. I think what they in the. I think theirs is what the Big 12.
That was a little white girl.
Yeah, the little white girl. Yeah. Okay. But they won. I think they won their John. This was the first time that they won the Big 12 in however many years or whatever the case may be.
They had a girls team.
I'm sure most people probably didn't know they had a girls
TCU,
team.
I mean, they known for the football and
nigga, they ain't even known for their football. Their football when
TCU?
they won the championship. But you got to think about it. They was the underdogs when they won that championship.
No, but I'm saying TCU for football wise, they've been in the tournaments for the past couple of years now. For the past couple of years, they've been in football talk. They've been in there. In basketball talk here, but not, I didn't even know they had female. Like I'm saying, a women's team.
Well, only reason why they talk about her is because of her. But then I kind of thought like they need to be disrespecting the hell out of South Carolina. I kind of like want to.
I don't think they disrespect them. I mean, South Carolina is South Carolina. And you really can't hang your because shit, they got smoked by whatchamacallit, Texas. Texas owned them, right?
Nah, nigga, they beat Texas. They won
in the championship game. Okay, but no, I'm saying the other game before because they ended their streak, right?
Oh, Texas ranked number. I mean, South Carolina ranked number 1 in there, Joe. Never mind. I wanted it. Yeah, they beat Texas. They beat Texas
in the tournament.
In the last match. Whatever year was the SEC championship game.
Okay.
And you know what's so crazy? That lady who be going viral for her jumps. I didn't even know she was the assistant coach and not the head coach.
You thought she was a head coach?
Hell yeah, because
no,
nigga, because every time you see the team, but every time you see the team, they only show her. So I never knew that it was a man coach there. I thought she was the head coach. I did not know she was an assistant.
Fucking no.
I did.
Hell no. That's why when you send, I was just like, dog, she's not even like, she just, because of her body. That's it. Nobody even pay her no, you know what I'm saying? Because,
nah, you crazy. When them games be on ESPN, they be panning to her a lot.
No, they pants because of her body. But they're not paying. But she's played basketball. She's what's name. But that's what I'm saying. I've been following her for years. That's why I'm just like when she's never been no head coach. None of that. She's always been assistant.
I didn't know that. I'm
not even saying she's assistant. I think she just might be like like on the coach's staff.
I mean, you could be right. I don't know. I honestly, I swear to God, this whole time, I literally thought she was the head coach. I swear to God,
I've been following her for years.
Yeah, I swear to God, I didn't know. I thought she was the head coach because I was just like, damn, the much is much, and maybe because I just follow her page, so that's why it just seemed like it's all the camera always on her. Even for her to have her own suit line, I thought she was the head coach. I ain't gonna lie to you. I swear to God, I thought she was the head coach. But I guess just going back into my bad for just jumping off the topic, but yeah, for anyway, I guess for the lady just cutting the dude dick off. I mean, I guess people wouldn't even know though if niggas ain't snitch on her though.
What? But you shouldn't have did that.
I guess.
I mean, if that's your belief, that's your belief. But you shouldn't, especially if you're trained in the class, you shouldn't have did that. Like you said, if you did it with the privacy behind, all right, that's what you did. But nigga, if that was me, I'm hunting your ass.
I mean, you was already dead. It ain't like she killed him and did it.
But the simple fact you did it, like your reason for doing it, why?
Because he was a molester. He was a molester. And he was a rapist. So that's
right, but he's dead now, right? So you did it. But if I'm saying, but you did that just to, what point are you proving?
I don't know. I don't have the answers.
Because if anybody in that was, they didn't know that he was a molester.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how she knew. I don't know what the whole backstory was because I kind of I was listening, but I really wasn't paying attention to it. Shout out to Jay-Z though. Jay-Z has, I mean, of course, he already got his situation thrown out, but they kind of really stepping on this girl neck. So I'm going to play this clip because he ain't letting up on Tony Busby or this girl.
When Sean Jay-Z Carter and Sean Diddy Combs sexually assaulted her after the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards, is heard talking to private investigators about her claim and agreeing that Jay-Z did not assault her.
But Jay-Z you're saying he was definitely there? But he had no part in it, or he was just...
He was there. He was just there, but he didn't have anything to do with any sexual acts towards you. It was strictly, yeah.
The woman is also heard saying her lawyer put her up to suing one of the world's most recognizable stars.
He was the one that kind of pushed me towards going forward with him. With Jay-Z. Busby did? Yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
ABC News exclusively obtained a minute-long excerpt of the recording made days after the woman, identified as Jane Doe, permanently dropped her lawsuit against both Carter and Combs last month.
The people around Mr. Carter wanted to know what happened behind closed doors. And so they asked for her to be interviewed. The interview occurred, and the tape speaks for itself. She says, in no uncertain terms, Mr. Carter did not do this. It is effectively a lie. And the only reason Mr. Carter is even involved in this is because she was pushed to involve him, pushed to include him by a lawyer.
The accuser's lawyer, Tony Busby, called it a blatant lie that he pushed Jane Doe to sue Jay-Z. And he sent us this recording of a phone call with his client.
They say that they have you on tape denying that Jay-Z assaulted you. Is that true?
No. I don't. I never said that.
Okay. They also say that you told them, and they have it on tape, that I, Tony Busby, told you to came up with this plan and told you to say that Jay-Z assaulted you so you would get more money.
No.
Jane Doe said in a court filing, although I ultimately chose not to pursue them, I stand by my claims.
She says in a sworn declaration that she felt intimidated and terrified at being confronted by these two individuals on my doorstep. Was she coerced in any way?
Of course not. They did not coerce her, promise or threaten her in any way, shape, or form. She voluntarily met and spoke to them, and she told them her truth, which was under no circumstances did Mr. Carter do this. And number two, the only reason he's even involved in this is she was pushed to introduce him by a lawyer.
Does your client know Jane Doe?
No.
Ever met her?
No, Mr. Carter doesn't know Jane Doe, never met Jane Doe. There's no truth to any of it.
This morning, all I'm just saying is it's so crazy how the Jaguar right, one Jaguar right then went completely MIA, and then all the Jaguar right lovers, when these stories kind of recant themselves, and then you kind of see that all of this was a lie and it just was a money chase. I just hate how, especially in the black community, like that same uproar that was like, I told you so, you know, these famous people just be all whatever, blah, 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 blah. Whatever people be saying is like everybody go completely quiet when it's like, all right, bro, y'all was wrong. And that girl was lying. Like that to me that's the part that's so messed up because it's so easy for somebody to just lie on you, put a crazy case on you, or put some crazy smut on your name, and then it's just like when they prove this person wrong, you're like it go completely silent. Like you really just never. Man, that's crazy.
But when you say that, okay, so even like if we went back to the whole Travis Scott situation with the whole incident that had happened at his concert, and how everybody was like, "Oh, we canceling him, we not supporting him," but like I feel like he back where he belong at. And that's what, like, when
I don't think the Travis Scott thing was just as. I don't think Travis Scott jump was more. I think it was more like I think Travis Scott just fell back and didn't even offer. I think his fans would have kept going to shows if he would have kept doing them.
But I mean, he's still doing that, like, and that's what I'm saying. He fell back media, you know, like he was catching a lot of heat. And like even when people try to sue Drake and all that, like try to blame Drake for it and all that stuff, how the shit died down. Like I feel like a lot of people, you just because of celebrity attached to it, you feel like, all right, it's an instant cash grab. Because like I said, people
no, but you're missing what I'm saying. I ain't talking about people. I mean, people are gonna try to do cash grabs all the time and whenever, but I'm talking about the people as fans on social media, how people is like the story that story when people thought it was true about Jay-Z, it picked up more steam than it is now that people proving that it was a lie. Like more people, everybody in their mother was talking about it when they thought this was true, or they like, oh, they got Jay-Z now, he about to be locked up with Diddy. It was like everybody in their mother was talking about it. It was on all the pages, but then it was kind of like, all right, they find out that it's a lie. Them finding out it's a lie ain't as loud as it was when people believe the story. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about like the people who trying to get the cash grab. We're talking about just actual fans. The way it's like you can't like be just as loud as you was when you thought he was gonna get locked up, or they finally got Jay-Z. Be just as loud now because they don't got nothing. And I guess before we get out of here, man, shout out to Offset. Shout out to Offset for standing on a big bag of business. Him and Lil TJ had a back and forth, and also Offset got into it with a security guard at and of course, I don't really even hate even talking about Lil TJ because he's just the perfect example of just a New York rapper that nobody really don't care about, and he's trying his hardest to kind of keep his name relevant with going back and forth with Offset. But I mean, he eventually when him and Offset bump into each other, he'll learn the hard way. What else? Are y'all familiar with the song Uptown Downtown? It's like a big thing on TikTok where they do that little dance. It was because he recently did, and I've never seen it on Instagram, but I always see it on TikTok. I didn't know who it really was or even paid it no attention until I seen him recently over this weekend. This week that just passed, he did a joint with Cass and Nat on a live stream, and he also did one with Jess Hilarious. So of course I followed Jess, so I was just reading the comments when they tagged him, and I was like, damn, I didn't know he's an older dude who made up the dance, but I didn't know like people was in his comments hating on him, where it was basically like, and that was kind of when I was reading it, I was like, damn, that's kind of tight that he kind of just stood his ground and kept just promoting himself until he caught his moment. Because he was like, I was seeing people like, damn, it's so crazy how the comment section changed, because when he first started doing this dance and he was on social media, people was in his comments saying like, you too old to be dancing on social media, you need to hang it up, until he caught his moment. Now it's like viral and people locking in with him, and now the song, like, it's even doing like some numbers on Apple Music and stuff. So it was kind of just like, damn, it's so crazy where it's like, if you not mentally strong, you'll be hard to really be able to succeed where you need to go, especially if you're trying to build something on social media. Because I was just like, damn, what if them original comments would have got the best of him and he would have stopped and he would have never got to his moment. Now to the point where like, I added the song on my gym playlist because I hear it so much on TikTok. And I was like, all right, and it's a catchy little up tempo jump. You can listen like doing some cardio jump, but this nigga is old for real. Like, but he be dancing his ass off. But it was just so funny to be like, damn, what if he would have just allowed social media to kind of get to the best of him? So I just wanted to bring that up because I did see that one was going on. Man, shout out to Glorilla. Glorilla got a bag. I was talking to Top and he was telling me how it was, I guess it's the same club. They paid Lotto. I think he said Lotto wanted $40,000 to do just to host the after party, not even touch the mic. I think they end up talking her to I think they end up talking her to 25 or 30, and the same thing with Glorilla. And I'm like, bro, and I seen the video of Glorilla. She literally was just in the club with like a fan. And just dance, like no mic, no nothing. She just in the club, in a section, and just dance. I'm like, bro, there's not a club in DC big enough for me to sit here and want to give somebody 30 bands to do nothing. Like, I just would be cool. People will be coming here doing their concerts. I'm not booking nobody for no after party for 30 racks, and most of these clubs can't even hold 1,000 people. I'm not booking somebody for 30 bands, and I don't have a club that can hold 1,000 people. It ain't enough bottles being sold in the world. I'm just not happening, dog.
Shit, but the prices of the bottles, right? Your bar make that. Easily, right?
And I guess I wouldn't do it.
It's like I mean, if it's a popular club like a Rose, you know what I'm saying, like where they bottle popping and all that, you want to see that on the bar, right?
I mean, maybe. I don't. That's a hell of a hill. That's a tough hill to sit here be trying to.
Because
climb.
I'm just saying the value of a section at 5,000 at
Shit, I mean, I'd have heard niggas buy tables for 10 bands, so I don't necessarily know. Me personally, I wouldn't be comfortable with giving no rapper 40 racks just to be in the club. Like, they not even touching. Lotto ain't touched the mic. Glorilla ain't touched the mic. They playing their music and Glorilla just in there dancing. She is not touching that microphone at all. She has literally got one of them little air fans and fanning herself dancing to the song. She did not touch the mic. I'm not giving somebody 40 bands or 30 bands to just literally be in my club. That's crazy as hell, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout out to whatever promoters y'all out here paying that. Y'all niggas is different.
Always the light-skinned girls who think they just so pretty and just because they born light-skinned that they just all that they can come on people's shit talking shit. Oh, because you think you're pretty. I'm gonna tell you something. One, I look better than you. I look better than you, so you can get off my shit. That's one. And then two, why are you on my stuff if you don't like me? Why? Oh, it's giving obsessed. It's giving obsessed, light skin, red bone. Yeah, get your funny looking ass up out of here. I don't play with these hoes. It's mostly a lot of light skinned women who come bothering me. Yeah, I said what I said. I said what I said. They be hating on everything. Oh, she just thinks she's so pretty, but she got a strong jawline. Baby, you see that wrong with you. I'm our ancestors' dream, girls. You fucking crazy? Stop playing with me. I'm light skinned. I love you. Oh, I love you too. You all right. You good. I don't even mean to come at all light skinned girls for real, but usually they're the ones that be inboxing me or who be commenting me talking stuff. And I don't really be liking it because I know for sure it ain't about light skin, dark skin, white, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican. I'll whoop a girl ass. I already know that. So it'd be like when they be talking crazy to me, I'd be like, man, I ain't really the one to be playing with. Who is this girl? Another fucking light skin. Another light skin. Your haters really got under your skin. How my haters got under my skin when I'm out here celebrating me not being guilty for smoking weed? Saray _Summers, you blocked. You is dumb as hell.
Shout out to Carissa Shields. Carissa Shields was going, of course, back and forth with women on. So I ain't gonna lie to you. Well, that's how you know women is a little bit different because I'm not trolling no boxer, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But I'm confused. Like, what?
I'm not playing with no boxer like that.
You talking to Instagram models? Because I mean, when you say light skin, I'm like, well, who is light skin? Like, there's no fighters that's.
No, she's saying people when she be on.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. When people are getting at her, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're mostly either like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who in your comments really talking shit to you? As you, like I said,
I'm sure it's people in her comments talking shit to her. I'm sure about
regular people.
But you can't beat me.
Yeah,
like,
man,
even your boyfriend can't beat me.
Yeah, but that don't matter that they still in her comments trying to troll her though, and that's why she said what she said. I'm trusting, believe I know people be in her comments, like bro, people be in. That's one, and that's why sometimes you got to just kind of like, all right, you can't respond, or you got to see it and be able to just kind of just try to brush it off. But I mean, I understand just the human nature. You see it too much, and then you know it's coming from like fluke pages, or it's coming with somebody who like just look crazy. It's like, bro, why are you playing with me like that?
Yeah, I ain't entertaining that shit.
Okay, real quick before we get out of here, it was a I forgot. It's a few things. Kanye West found out that Kim Kardashian got their daughter's name trademark, so he couldn't put out a song that he wanted to put out with her because Kim Kardashian already got their name trademark. Do y'all feel like as parents is that valid or that's out of pocket?
No.
What you mean is it valid?
To have your kids name trademark where the other parent got to go through you to ask you, can they use your kid? Like basically, his daughter made a song with I believe Diddy and Christian Combs, and they was on the song. He wanted to put the song out, but Kim already got the name trademark, so you know because the name is trademark, he can't put out nothing with her on it without Kim Kardashian basically approving it.
Brandon, that's my kid. No, I don't feel like it's nothing wrong because, like I said,
he the father.
But it's both of them.
But I'm pretty sure what he's trying to use it for, or whatever he's using it for, ain't gonna be for the best of her.
How do you determine? Go ahead, Erica.
How do you know that? How do you know that she's going to use it for the best?
But as a mother, right? And you know how you can't control shit that he do or say.
Mhm.
You feel like, oh, I'm gonna let him be able to. No, Doug, no. I feel like that's the right thing. No, I don't. With him, you don't know what he's saying. He'll be Ku Klux Klan outfits and all this shit. No, I feel like you're bad for her branding.
But really, would you put Northwest with with the KKK?
But it's still attached to him, though. That's why I say
But
I
it
just
doesn't
feel like.
matter. But it's that everybody knows that that's his daughter.
But even with that song, like I said, I just feel like with him, I feel like he uses a lot of things to try to like get over on people.
She does too.
What did she use?
I mean, so what gives her more right than him?
What do she as a branding wise, what do she use to get over on people? I feel like with him, yes, he be trying to use it. With her, I don't what did she get over on?
What does he
I feel like with brand, when it comes to branding, she's a good marketing.
She ain't better than Kanye West, but I mean, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. What I feel like with him, he's probably, like I said, even with that song, is that song really worth putting out?
But what do it? I mean, it's my kid though. Like, who determines if it's worth putting out if I don't get a chance to put it out?
But you, I mean, we're looking at it. Okay, that's just like even with filing taxes or whatever the case. Only one parent can file it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you got the say so and you filed, and you know what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, that's what it is. If you knew this what you wanted to do with her or whatever the case may be, she jumped to it before you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you would have did the exact same thing.
I don't think he would have, but
that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say I just feel like she's trying to protect her image. That's what I look at it as.
She's still his daughter.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
It's no image that you're protecting because she's still connected to him. That's her
exactly.
father.
She is still connected to him, but I feel like I said, what he is doing right now, she is protecting his image. I mean, she's protecting her image.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm.
You think what? That is.
Nigga,
she been selfish?
Hell yeah, nigga, that's my child. Nigga, her name is Northwest. What the fuck are you talking about? Her name ain't North Kardashian. It no matter what I do, nigga, that's my child. If I'm not doing nothing to physically harm her, it don't matter. Even if I sit here and put whatever I do, it's still gonna come back on her. The same, like, what were you talking about? Like, that shit crazy. I don't agree with that at all. Like, that's out of pocket. Like, that's still her father. Her celebrity is because it's attached to her. You could have had kids with anybody else. Guess what? Nobody don't care. Nobody don't give a fuck about your sister and her kids with fucking Tristan Thompson. Nobody don't care about your other sister and her kids with Scott Disick or nothing. That, like, nigga, those kids and they all got the same last name. They all your sisters. They all Kardashians. Guess what, nigga? Nobody don't even care about Travis Scott kids in fucking and whatever the other sister name, man, she goddamn a billionaire her goddamn self. And he Travis Scott, and nobody don't care. But guess what the difference is? Because I'm Kanye West. You trying to sit here? Nah, dog. I'm cool on that. You crazy as hell. Let me play this joke.
People keep asking my opinion about Target as a black vendor who used to sell at Target. Don't go there. They dropped us. They dropped us along with a bunch of other black vendors without a lot of notice. We have 20,000 units in our warehouse now that we're trying to sell on our website, www.
I don't know what she said because I didn't get a chance to actually go look and see what she's trying to sell. But dog, 20,000 of anything is a lot, dog. Jesus Christ. I think she might sell cars. I hope they at a reasonable price because 20,000 of anything is a lot of product to sell, dog. A whole lot of product to sell. Like at a ridiculously pace. I do want to play this last joint and we can get out of here. It's these scientists who flew. Well, I don't know if they scientists or they astronauts, and they flew up to space. And people got some conspiracy theories about if they actually flew to space or I don't know. I'm gonna play this clip because I don't know. I know what he was saying, but I don't know nothing about flying up in space. So I'm gonna just play this clip and we can get out of here after this.
Okay, so let me get this straight. 2 astronauts, right? Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore went out for a space mission, an 8-day space mission back in June. They get trapped out in space on accident. Wasn't planned. But they just posted a picture today wearing Christmas hats. Lock in, okay? Let me explain this to you. They went out for an 8-day mission back in June. 8 days back in June. Today, since they're still trapped out there, they sent us a picture to be like, hey, we're doing all right. Why do you have Christmas hats on? Where did you get them from? Where did you get the Christmas hats from? Listen, I'm not a conspiracy theory. I'd rather just have the answer. But two things don't add up to me. If the mission was only 8 days back in June, there's no reason for them to have Christmas hats in December. How would they have Christmas hats? The mission was supposed to be 8 days in June. You were supposed to be back before Christmas. There's no reason for you to have Christmas hats. Now, also, if you're telling me they're sending them supplies, why would you send them Christmas hats? They're trapped out in space. They want to come home, and you're sending Christmas hats?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know nothing about space. I don't know nothing about that, but again, we gonna leave out of here on a happier note because I do like this lady's content. She always talking about TV shows to watch, so I'm gonna get up out of here with this one.
Without saying your age, name a TV show you grew up watching. Y'all ready? Let's go. Absolutely, The Cosby Show. And then we went to Hillman, so yes, A Different World. Of course, Married with Children. What y'all know about dinosaurs? Mr. Belvedere. Of course, The Jeffersons. And then you got to add in Amen too. My love for medical dramas started with Doogie Howser. And then, of course, ER. I used to love this show, My Two Dads. Three's Company is still a love language. I watch it to this day.